Yeah, Sakuni 007 is first. We're going to get a few more people in here and be one of our little open mic night things. Hopefully you're doing well, bud. It's been a while. Been a while. I don't think I've done any broadcasting this week that I can remember. No, I did one game. Yeah, there you go. So if you're doing well at Sakuni and trying to catch up on everybody's replays right now, there's a lot of people doing a lot of projects. So it's all good. Hopefully the baseball keeps rolling all the way through. No off season here in the YouTube gaming sports community. Bernie is in the ball. Well, don't know if it's gonna be a ballpark, but Bernie here with us. And there is Sports Gaming Journal Jamie. Guys, check out his work. I've said it a number of times, and I will continue to say it. Just absolutely superb. All right. Oh man, long day at work. I'm so glad it's Friday, and so glad to be back with you guys. Missed last Friday. I couldn't be arsed, man. I was exhausted. I was like, so yeah. So two things are related. One of these things is not like the other, and so we'll get to that too. Bernie Kauff really doesn't have anything to do with out of the park baseball or baseball mogul, but the subject of Benny Kauff came up. Just came from Legends, great, excellent NLDS, Montreal Expos, and San Francisco Giants. Hell of a game. All right, Michael will get you on. Mike will get you on here soon. Absolutely, absolutely. We're gonna do that. We're gonna have fun. And just talk baseball, man, or talk whatever we want to talk about, because these things always, they kind of devolve into what have you. So we definitely will. So welcome into Mike Silva, creator of the excellent uniform mod and stadium mod, although I like to call it a ballpark mod. I'm old fashioned. Anyhow, for out of the park baseball, and hopefully soon to be broadcaster, um, on joining the ranks here. So hopefully the sound is all right here. My mixer is showing sort of down in the green. So who the hell knows? I don't know. No. Yep, get a drink. Take it. Take your time. Take your time. All right, too bad Cousin isn't here. He'd probably like this little thing about Benny Kauff, and we'll talk about why he's up here. But first, in baseball sim news. So, if you guys have checked it out, Jester did it again. What a great and epic rant, this time about Strat Baseball Max. And I agree with him. He was a bit more hardcore about it than I was, but boy, do I agree. And the report, I'm watching all kinds of videos from like people that are not in our immediate little family here, but other people in the sports gaming community, and it seems to largely, at least among people that are content creators, resounding no, thank you. Yeah, so um, and again, I mean, and Jester, I liked his approach. He was saying he really feels bad for Strat fans, and I get it. I feel bad for baseball fans. We're always looking for good sims to play, and I think Hal and company kind of, I don't know. I'll be a little bit more charitable and say they have a 3-2 count, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, um, but their weakest hitters at the plate. Um, so I did tell you guys I was going to sign up and try for the beta, but I've heard from our Red Sox fan and a number of people that it sucks, to be straight up. Um, that's just I can't be arsed. I just can't be arsed to do it, guys. I'm sorry. I said I was going to do it, but nah. You know what? We only have so many heartbeats in a lifetime, and what have you, and so many women to kiss and stuff like that. And I just can't be. I literally can't be arsed to try out Strat Max. So sorry, guys. Sorry, just not feeling the love or hate. Yeah, with 2 outs in Game 7 of the World Series. Exactly. All right, so in other way more positive baseball sim news, caught a great broadcast last night by the great Dave Gardner who alerted the community that Pocket Pennant Run 3 is imminent. And so I checked out the trailer, and it was actually more of a talk. It was a kind of a PowerPoint presentation by Matt and one of the developers of Pocket Pennant Run 3. Man, I'm just getting into Pocket Pennant Run 2, and I'm loving it. And the third one, oh my God, I can't wait. So it's going to be out December 1st. There's a number of ways you can buy the game, of course. I'm buying the physical game. They're using sort of double-sized cards now. It still fits in a small box, still fits in the palm of your hand. But the way the game is right now, or the way it's going to be, um, you basically are just going to need the charts. I'm going all in. I'm getting the mat, the whole thing, because the mat will have just the game charts you need. If you put in those players the way Dave Gardner does it, use it in Digital Diamond Baseball as a companion, or you just roll it up. They're adding so much to the game. We always talk about supporting great developers like Dave Cook and all that. Well, here I think Pocket Pennant Run deserves. It's the game's like going to be $20. They're making significant upgrades to the Pocket Pennant Run Manager, which I've told you guys I think is just a great general resource tool as well. They're going to be getting a little bit more granular with ratings, all that. So check out the Pocket Pennant Run YouTube channel for what's coming up. December 1st, I know. I wrote in the comments, just take my money. And that was only like 2 minutes into it. So Matt does have some audio troubles about the first 10 minutes, so kind of skip ahead. But I think you'll really be excited. It's a surprisingly wonderful baseball sim. I'm totally besotted with it, and also really liking Dead Ball Baseball from W.M. Ackers, which is he uses the name Dead Ball, but it's baseball from 1871 to 2020, and also time travel baseball. Wow, is that cool? It's just yeah, so good stuff. So that's the good stuff coming up in baseball simming. We're going to get back to baseball simming after we talk about Benny Kauff. So yeah, the individual player cards. That's just gonna be. When I saw that, I'm like, so in their case, 3-2 count, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, 2 out, and they got a grand slam. It's just Pocket Pennant Run. They're also. He said that they received a lot of feedback that people were having sometimes trouble discerning between the live. I'll call it live era, not modern era, because that's historically inaccurate. They use modern era, dead ball era, but that's really the modern era was 1893, so it encompasses the dead ball. But I'm not going to try to be too pedantic about that. So let's just say dead ball, live ball. That a lot of people were having trouble discerning the charts. But yes, in addition to just kind of those ratings, each player now has a card, and you'll still be able to create player cards. He showed them printed up. They look great. I'm absolutely just stoked for it. I'm never one to wish away my life, but I want December 1st to get here so I can put in my order to Game Crafter. So just before we get on to Benny here, and then bring Mike on for Out of the Park and Baseball Mogul. Um, so the physical game is available from Game Crafter, but some of the other goodies you want to get from the Pocket Pennant Run site. So the software, well, you'll get access to software, but the mat that they're coming out with, it's like a big mouse pad, and all your charts are right there. And they've actually, even though the cards are larger, the game is actually because if you get that mat, you're not putting out all these different cards. They're right there. You roll the dice on top of it, and Bob's your uncle. So good stuff. Hey, there is Doug Hunt. So, Cooney, the only thing I would say is, and we'll get into this about play what you love. I mean, I think it's awesome that you love Inside Pitch. I do. I really, really do. I mean, it's a good game. The only reason it doesn't interest me is the lack of older seasons. So I know that Chris, according to RJL, has said that once he gets some 90s stuff done, he's going to start going back and look at pre 1950s baseball. And I've watched David Baseball Demos play it. I've watched Robert play it. And it looks fun. It looks fun. Um, Now that being said, I'd say, man, there's nothing wrong with looking at some of these other baseball games. I mean, Pocket Pennant Run's going to set you back $20. You get every season in baseball. Dead Ball Baseball will set you back $10. You get every season in baseball. Um, Time Travel Baseball, also super inexpensive. If you go on their Facebook page, there's like 400 files on there. Um, Everything from World Series matchups, All Star games, complete seasons, teams, all time great franchise stuff. So yeah, I mean, as far as like bigger ticket games like Inside Pitch and Strat Appa, History Maker, or what have you. But I don't know. That's why I play more than one digital sim on this channel. I know last year was a lot of action PC baseball. This year it's out of the park. But I don't know. I like variety. That's me, and I'm not knocking you, man. That's me. I don't think I could stay with just one baseball game. If and I know World's Worst Gamers have been wanting me to do some non-baseball stuff, and if you guys take a look at my Steam library, you'll see I like a lot of variety. All right, so Benny Kauff, what the hell is he doing up here? Federal League star. We're going to read about Benny Kauff, and so his name came up because he came through clutch. That's all I'm going to say. He came through clutch in Legends game, and Jamie had talked about a little bit and said, wasn't he involved in some criminal activity? So we're going to get into that a little bit. I'm going to again be doing from the Biographical Encyclopedia of Baseball, but I will preface that by saying, and I haven't read it yet, there is a blog by a gentleman named Bob Lemke who is trying to make the case that Benny Kauff was wrongfully banned from baseball. I haven't read it, to be honest with you, so I'm not really sure, and how much of the particulars are there. But let's get into it. We'll say that Benny Kauff was a superb player. He really was a superb player. The star of the Federal League, and I mean, you look at his stats. This guy was no slouch at all. And then after we talk about Benny for a little bit, we'll open up the mic. We'll get Mike Silva on here. If Bernie wants to come on, anybody wants to come on, man. I think it'd be a lot of fun. And I'll also tell you why we're doing out of the park baseball and baseball mogul, and I'm sure some of you know where this is going. All right. I was going to put a picture of my dog up here next to Benny, but there you go. All right, so Benny Kauff, here we go. Benjamin Michael Kauff. He was born January 5th, 1890 in Pomeroy, Ohio, and died on the, oh, wow. So Benny died November 17th, 1961. So that's spooky. So while Legends game was still going on, it was November 17th. Anyhow, 1961 in Columbus, Ohio. He made his major league debut April 20th, 1912 with the New York Yankees. He batted left through left. He was 5'8", 157. So not a very big guy here. All right, here we go. Dubbed the Ty Cobb of the Federal League, Benny Kauff failed to live up to the grandiose comparison. He was nonetheless a talented player who might have had a long, successful career had he not thrown it all away. Although Kauff hit with some power, his main asset was speed. After a brief 5-game trial with New York in 1912, Kauff returned to the minors. In 1914, he resurfaced as a star with the Indianapolis of the new Federal League. The three enduring legacies of the Federal League, which existed for only 2 years, are Wigman Field in Chicago, later named Wrigley Field, baseball's appreciation of Judge Kennesaw Mountain Landis, who was rewarded for his partiality in the interleague conflict by being named baseball commissioner in 1920, and those few players such as Kauff who went on to enjoy significant careers in the American and National Leagues following their experience in the Renegade circuit. In 1914, Kauff led Indianapolis to the championship. His .370 batting average, 120 runs, 211 hits, 44 doubles, 305 total bases, 447 on-base percentage, big breath, 509 slugging percentage, and 75 stolen bases were all league highs. Kauff moved on to Brooklyn in 1915, and despite improved pitching, he again led the league with a .342 batting average, 446 on base, 509 slugging average, and 55 steals.
Following the Federal League's collapse, the New York Giants acquired Kauff, outfielder Ed Rausch, and infielder Bill McKechnie. Although McKechnie, so two of the three there Hall of Famers, Kauff not one of them. Although McKechnie later became a great manager, he was only an average player, and many observers felt, correctly as it turned out, that Rausch, acquired at the bargain price of $7,500, would become a better player than Kauff. Yet Giants manager John McGraw traded Rausch to Cincinnati. That might have not been a smart move there, Muggsy, and kept Kauff, who cost New York $30,000. Kauff, who lived life in the fast lane, arrived at his first Giants training camp wearing a loud striped shirt, an expensive suit, patent leather shoes, a fur-collared overcoat, and a derby. A diamond stick pin secured his tie, a diamond ring weighed down one figure, and a diamond-encrusted watch sat in his pocket, along with $7,500 in cash. He carried a cane and brought trunks and trunks of clothes. This guy sounds like a fun dude to hang out with, man. All right, let's see. Kauff struggled in his first year with the Giants. He hit only .264 in 1916, and his other statistics also suffered, although he did manage to finish second in the league in stolen bases with 40 and tie for second in triples with 15. In 1917, Kauff was much improved. His 308 batting average was third best in the league, as were his 30 stolen bases. The Giants won the pennant that year, but lost to the White Sox in the World Series. Kauff, and that 1917 White Sox team would have beaten anybody. That was a great, great team. Everybody talks about the 1919 White Sox. This is me editorializing now, mostly because of the Black Sox. But many baseball historians have argued that the 1917 edition of the White Sox are one of the greatest teams of all time. All right. So anyhow, so Kauff hit only 160 in the series, but smacked 2 home runs in Game 4 and led his team in RBI. Although in 1918 Kauff hit .315, he spent much of the season in the Army and played only 67 games. In 1919, both Kauff and the Giants disappointed. New York finished behind Cincinnati, and Kauff hit only .277. Midway through the 1920 season, the Giants abruptly sent him down to the minors. He had hit .311 in 8 Major League seasons, but most of his success had come during the Federal League years. Kauff had an unsavory reputation and was implicated in several gambling scandals during his career. He allegedly turned down an offer of $500 from teammates Heine Zimmerman and Hal Chase, we know that name, to fix some games in 1919, and his name came up several times during the Black Sox investigation, but nothing was ever proven. In 1921, Kauff and his brother were arrested for stealing a car. A jury acquitted Kauff, but Judge Landis banned him from baseball. Kauff sued Landis, but lost. So, quick stats here for Kauff. Lifetime, 859 games, 3,094 at-bats, 520 runs scored, 961 hits, 49 home runs, 454 ribbies, an on-base percentage of .389, slugging percentage of .450, and a batting average of .311. So I'm going to take a look at the Bob Lemke blog post and see what he says about Benny Kauff being unjustly banned from baseball. But at that time, Judge Landis was kind of interesting, right? Because he bans the 8 White Sox players, but Tris Speaker and Ty Cobb, right? Their names were brought up a lot. And interestingly enough, Speaker and Cobb retired the same year. Anyhow, it's Benny Kauff. So just to do that, and yeah, let me just jump back out of this here. Yep. Boink, and let me see. So I'm going to bring up one of my dogs. Hopefully, maybe not. No. Okay, I was going to bring up one of my dogs I left in Europe. Anyhow, let's talk about what we're doing here. What the hell are we doing? There's MV. There. Okay, I'm so glad Cousins here. He says, my man, Benny Kauff. I think Benny was a gangster, and I love it. So there you go. All right. So yeah, Cooney, going back to what you said, yeah, that Robert got you hooked in the game, and that you're grateful that you found a game you enjoy. I'm glad you are too. The only thing I am saying is there's some other great ones out there as well, not to supplant Inside Pitch, but to augment, right? Okay, so what the hell? Now we're talking about out of the park baseball and baseball mogul.
Well, so you know how this is going to go because I've shown Baseball Mogul on this channel maybe 3 times, whereas Out of the Park dominates it, especially this year. Why are we talking about it? Well, here we go. And I will say allegedly, although my channel is so small that so I'll just say allegedly. There, I can't get sued. Um, so the developer Clay Dreslov of Baseball Mogul, of course, you guys know he did some work on Old Time Baseball, which is a wonderful, wonderful game. Apparently likes to troll various out of the park groups, saying how badly out of the park baseball sucks. He never uses his real name apparently, but quite a few reputable people, and if they don't want their names mentioned, I'm not going to mention them, have stated that these people have called Dresloff out on his bullshit, and they know who he is immediately. So apparently he's always knocking out of the park, saying it sucks and blah 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 blah, blah and whatever. So I was gonna go in and kind of look for these messages, but I thought, you know what? Let's be impartial. Let's uh, let's look at both games and kind of have a little head to head and have some fun. So we're going to be doing the equivalent of internet shit posting. Yup. So he is also the season ticket board game, which I've heard is amazing, right? But we're not going to talk about that. So let me get Mike on here. We'll get Mike on the mic um, first, and then we'll get into these 2 games. And especially, be nice to have Mike's input because of his significant contributions to out of the park baseball. I think that's just fair. Any baseball mogul fans, if you're out there, you want to come on and I know the guy that I banned from this channel was and not that was it wasn't because I banned him. I rarely ban people, but this dude, I know you guys remember him. Had something to do with legumes and alcoholic beverages. That guy. Um, he was a big baseball mogul fan. So why I banned him. But if he was still around and welcome this channel, I would say, well, if you want to talk about it, you can. Anyhow, let's get the great Mike Silva on board just because, right? Because we have to, right? It is what it is. It is what it is. It's in Mike's contract, as a matter of fact. All right. So hang on, and we're gonna do the little ringing of the telephonic device. And I forgot to set the bloody. Hang on.
Beatles.
Hang on, man.
What's up, man? Good morning or good evening.
Yeah, yeah. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How are you?
Not doing too bad.
All right, there we go. All right, so everybody, we got Mike with us. Bernie, MV, anybody else wants to come on, let me know, and we'll add you to this call on the Discord. All right, so Benny Kauff, you're cool, you're awesome, Benny, but you got to go for now. Boop, there we go. All right, so
You own baseball mogul?
I do,
You
I do.
you do. Wow.
Yeah,
Geez, I
I'm
haven't
not.
been.
So
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
haven't.
gonna. I well. So here's the deal. So my thing before I learned that he was doing this crap, both in the out of the park forums and Facebook groups and that, I thought, well, you know what? It's a baseball game. I'm gonna support whatever. But, pah, I mean, the dude's a jerk. I was actually a beta tester for Baseball Mobile 2023, and guys, just don't be a beta tester for Clay. I'm telling you, it's like, so the idea of being a beta tester for a game is you should have a pipeline to the developer that they should get back to like, hey, this is, could you fix this? Could you fix that? It was awful. I mean, I tried. I think maybe he and I had 2 exchanges. It's like, all right, maybe it's because he's got he's busy with season ticket baseball, which people are loving. This is not about season ticket baseball. Haven't played it. Don't know it. I know it got Ken Castro's kind of stamp of approval. So, no, what's the name of the guy band named Clay? Dre Kresloff says Jamie. All right, we're going to get MV on here in a few minutes.
Yeah.
All right, so gentlemen, I'd like to say ladies and gentlemen, but let's be real, we're nerds here.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the splash screen for Baseball Mogul 2023. Um, so first off, before we get into and look at the game, because I do want to be fair, but well, I'm not going to be fair. Out of the park is miles light years parsecs better. But we'll try to find. We're going to find some good points, and there are some, I think. Is this? It hasn't made significant strides. If I would show you, and I do have it, if I would bring up Baseball Mogul 2015, the only thing that's going to really look different is the splash screen. This is the same game year after year after year, ad nauseum, ad infinitum. Whereas
Oh,
out of the
so
park.
it's
Oh, go ahead,
yeah,
Mike.
so it's like Stratomatic PC.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Mike hits it out of the park on that one. Absolutely. No pun intended, or was there? Um,
No,
so so here's a dude that look, I get, right? And so I get wanting to defend your game. You work hard in your game. I get it. I get it. But if you're gonna compare your game to something else, all right, we'll back it up. And what I sense from talking to some people out there that know that this is the developer, allegedly the developer of Baseball Mogul, making these comments, is that, well, he doesn't seem to be backing up what he has to say, and so the proof is in the pudding, as the old saying goes. So here's what you got, guys. Here it is. You got a little ticker here. Okay, so this is nice. You get little trivia things. I think that's nice. You get that in out of the park baseball too. All right, so here we go. If we start a new game, here's what we can do. You can play, of course, just like in out of the park baseball 2023. Uh, okay, classic baseball started the league any season from 1901 to 2022. We'll get back to that. We're also going to back to this one. Play a game or series between any two historical teams. So this was the big update this year. This exhibition module. This was the big thing. He made a huge deal about it, and we'll come back to why it's funny. Mike, I think you know where I'm going with that.
yeah.
Um, so fictional, create a custom league with fictional players. Expansion, build an expansion team into a dynasty, and finally custom, load a database, run a fantasy draft, etc. Well, it all seems really nice. It's like, wow, I can do everything. Well, no, you can't. In comparison to out of the park baseball, no. All right, so look, we know what modern is. I'm not going to go there. I'll say, so let's start with classic. All right, number one, and Mike, you just chime in. I don't care. Stomp on me, interrupt me, please input. This is all open, man.
Uh, no, I'm interested because I haven't played. I don't think I played Baseball Mogul until before I started playing OOTP, so it's been a long time.
Right. So a little bit of history, just again, because for the sake of fairness. So Baseball Mogul started shortly after Out of the Park Baseball. So the first edition of Out of the Park Baseball is 1999. It's not a Windows game at that point, but it was still pretty cool. You had to use the Lyman database, which a lot of baseball programs still use. Nothing wrong with that. Um, but the thing with Out of the Park Baseball early editions, and this is no secret, it wasn't the easiest UI to navigate. So Baseball Mogul kind of came along, and it was for the time. So I'm
Yep.
talking again 2009 or so, 2008 is when I first started messing around with Baseball Mogul. It was more accessible. The most accessible game of the time was, of course, Pure Sim Baseball, which I have, but unfortunately, it doesn't like 64-bit systems. I'm trying to work it out because I'd like to bring that game on. It's fun and better than this one. All right, so let's start off here. So first, any season from 1901 to 2022. Well, number one, Out of the Park Baseball goes all the way back to 1871. Number two, Out of the Park Baseball also includes other leagues, so not just American League, National League. All right. Um, so there's that. So fewer seasons, but again, that's a lot of baseball. I'll give Clay that. It's what, it's 122 seasons plus 123 seasons. All right. So that's fine. Don't need to go to that one. Here's the big one. Okay, so in out of the park baseball, you can play any World Series you want. You can match any two teams in history. You can create, what is it, Mike? 70? How many teams can you create in a tournament in out of the park? It's huge. We'll get to it.
I don't
But
know. I actually never tried to see what the
I
most was,
know
but
it's nuts. Hey, there's Aaron Reed. All right. So let's look at this one first because it's funny. I think it's funny. All right. So we're gonna do the 86 Mets, 86 Red Sox. We're not gonna play the whole game, but just to get a sense. So this is it. You can't do this right. So I can do this if I want to do as a best of seven. Okay, I can replay this World Series, or I can just do a one-off. And of course, we'll since Boston's home, we'll have a DH. All right. So that's what we can do. But now comes the fun. So we're gonna try it. All right. So sorry if that's a little loud, guys, but it's a loud game. All right. So here we go. Um, so is this game too loud? I can try to.
I can't hear anything with the game, honestly.
You can, but I'm thinking for those guys.
Oh,
There. Yeah, you won't be able to hear it. It's distracted me. Where's the damn options?
it's very peaceful and serene for me.
Peaceful and serene, yeah. Bernie says it's too loud. Ah, it's too loud. All right, Bernie, I'm trying to find it.
Uh,
Wait, is there options? Yeah, there we go. Let's turn this down a little bit. There we go. Oh my God, that's much better. Because this game is loud. It is loud. All right, so in out of the park baseball, you can choose to just play the game GM only, right? You can choose to be a field manager, or you can choose to spectate. You can manage both teams, what have you. So the first thing that should strike you immediately in this is you can be a manager, a general manager, or a player. What does it mean to be a player? We know what it means to be a manager, okay? But if I want to be a player, here's what I'm going to do. So right now, I think I'm managing the Red Sox. So I can choose whether to have Clemens throw fastball, forkball, curve, slider. Okay, that's it, right? That's what you can do. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw a fastball, and now over here, under here, we can also do things like straightaway, guard the lines, first base in, third base in, corners in, intentional walk on defense. So let's go ahead and throw. Now remember, here's the weird thing about this. So you can choose a pitch. So you're not you're playing as a player. So okay, fastball. We're gonna have the Rockets start off Lenny Dykstra with a fastball, and I have to choose the location. Okay, that's kind of funny. Let's try to put one just a bit outside here and watch Nails kill it. Nope. Okay, so we missed. Counts 1-0. Let's bring a forkball. Let's come in tight on Lenny and down in the zone a little bit. Okay, and this one is grounded to second. Boom, boom, boom. All right. There we go. So, and again, I'm choosing location for the curveball. I mean, this is kind of cute. It's kind of fun, right? It's all right. All right, what do you think? A slider away. Let's go slider away here. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Wally Backman had trouble with that slider away. Let's see if we can get him. Let's see if we can get a chase curve just outside the strike zone, and he chases. All right, 2 down. All right, Keith Hernandez. Slider. Let's do a slider down. Whoa, good eye up there. All right, forkball up and in to Hernandez. Uh-oh, 2-0. I'm gonna have to pipe one, Mike. I'm gonna have to hang a curve. Jeez. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, 2-1. So Hernandez looking. Slider down. Steve Wright. Count 2-2 on Keith. And we're going to bring a fastball. Let's go fastball sort of in.
He's a half-hearted swing. He takes the swing. It's kind of like, all right.
That's it. So
like,
interestingly enough, the graphics in this game aren't as good as they used to be, which is weird. So now it's got this kind of pastel look down here in the bottom. Yeah. The ballpark is nice.
It's like the impressionist crowd out there.
The impressionist crowd. So it used to be it had a more textured look to it. All right, so now we're on offense. Okay, I can guess whether Dwight Gooden is going to throw a fastball or a curve, or I can choose not to guess or take the pitch. There you go. Pretty exciting, right? So I'm
Oh,
not going to guess. And we're just going to let Dwight Gooden. And hey, look at Marty Barrett. He gaps one out into left and picks up a double. So maybe we just won't guess. All right, so we have Marty Barrett aboard. So now down here, I can choose to have him, or the hitter can swing away, sacrifice, bunt for hit. Marty Barrett steal third, probably not. I give him the green light, go on contact, sacrifice fly, and hit to right side. That's it. That is all you can do as a manager. That's all. Okay? So let's go back, or as a player. So let's go. You're thinking, okay, what do you do as a manager in this game? Okay.
what's Dwight Gooden? What's Dwight Gooden wearing? Is he a member of NWA or something?
So that's the other thing, right? Is because of Major League Licensing, which Clay is actually there's Todd B. So he's playing with a little bit of fire here, and I'll show you why after we get out of this game. We're not going to play this whole game. All right, so now I'm just managing, and I do have those same choices. I just don't have to guess at a pitch. But you can see right here, there's really not that many choices. I can't, there's just things I can't do. But that's okay. So we're just going to have Spike going back. Here's the pitch. Owen sends this one way deep out to right field. And Marty Barrett tags up, reaches third, and that was a flyout. Another thing, you have to wait to see what it's going to be. All right, here's Jim Rice, one of my favorite Red Sox, who's wearing Red Sox livery. How about that? Okay.
Yeah.
This one grounded down to third, and Barrett was scoring the play. You guys get the idea. If you
Are those
go to,
yeah, are those photos? Did they come with the game, or did you put those in
you
there?
have to download them. Show you how to do
You
that.
did. Okay. Okay.
And then if you play as general manager, you're basically just watching the game. That's the game's answer to how you just spectate a game
Huh.
like you can in other games. Except
Yep.
actually PC baseball, which you still have to actually manage a team. But anyhow, let's go. Now, okay, another nice thing. Another nice thing that this does, like out of the park baseball. So here's the first thing. It's very, very clear, especially as baseball moguls moved along. The clay was heavily influenced by out of the park baseball. There's no denying it. So just as we know everything in out of the park baseball is clickable, same thing in baseball mogul. I can click here on Ray Knight, and I can get how Ray Knight, how his defense is at every position, all these ratings for him, and for some bizarre reason, even though we're playing in 1986, we have his 1987 stats. I guess that's looking forward to the next season because we don't have them; they're all zeros. You got his career, okay, that's fine. Um, and then the little smiley face as to whether the little emoji up here, whether he'd like to be traded or not, happy with the team. And Ray Knight, he's just saying, I can't be arsed. I really can't be arsed. Click on the little clipboard, and you can copy stats to the clipboard. There's a reason for that too, and I'll tell you why. All right, so let's get out of this. All right, copy to the clipboard. Like I really want that to happen. All right, so like right now, I can go to Bogsy. I can click on Bogsy. Boom, fine. If I go to Gooden, same thing. All right, so you guys get the idea. This is the game. So yes, you can replay every World Series, or you can just play a one-off between each of teams. We're gonna go ahead and finish this. All right, and there, the Mets beat the Red Sox 3-1 in that little one-off game. All right, let's go back to the main menu here. Okay, and we're not gonna save changes to the current game because I don't care. Ha! All right. So one of the things that's amazing about out of the park baseball is freedom. Ken Castro says, "Make it stop." It's done. It's done, brother. It is done. The photos do not officially come with the game, MV. I said I would show you guys how to do that. So here's how you get the photos. You actually there's a way you download them. It's sort of similar to Diamond Mine, sort of, kind of. Pick a season, any season, doesn't matter. Since we're in the 1986 Jag, why not? All right.
86 is
So
good for me.
86 is good for you. So we can redo replay mode. So this is intended, G Clay, thank you, for single season historical replays. Are we excited? Oh my God. All right, so let's play. All right, so it's loading everything in from an included database, which I'm pretty sure is the Sean Lahman database. And that thing is awesome, by the way. Kudos to Sean Lahman. So many baseball engines were using that database, and some are still
Mhm.
using modified versions of it. Okay, so here we go. And no, I'm not going to. Sorry, Dwayne Martz. I don't know if you're in here, but I would never manage the Braves. Let's do the Red Sox. I'm a Pirates fan. I can't like those guys. Um, so here's interesting. Okay, and I don't know how Clay's getting away with this. All right, but this little Red Sox logo here is trademarked by the Boston Red Sox. If I take any of these teams, right? Cleveland Indians, right? He's still using Cleveland Indians. I'll give him that. Giants, right? So
Yeah.
he technically cannot use these logos. He's in violation. Major League Baseball could sue him for this, right? So Out of the Park can use them because it has the official Major League Baseball license. Exactly. So Ken, this doesn't go back to 1886, just goes back to 1901. So, but again, Clay, whatever floats your boat, dude. All right, so we're gonna play, and I'll show you how you import player photos because they come from a server. So there's me. I'm last name. I'm hired by the Giants. Whatever. That's exciting. Tools. Let me see. You can tell how it's been so long since I've done this. Two, for bringing in players. So they do not come with the game, MV. You actually have to. There's a place here. God bless it. If I can find where I can bring them in. Anyhow, there's a place here where you go boom and you download the player pictures. So everybody has a picture. It does have a depth chart. Again, everything clickable. All right. But our Red Sox fan used to mess around with this, and he has said on his channel that season replays on this thing are just really like way out, like off base, whatever, just not there. Is this a terrible game? No. The idea is let's compare what Clay, the alleged Clay, has to say about his game to Out of Park Baseball. Oh, I know, but so here's the thing, Jamie is so the way games like APA PC, Strat PC, um, Action PC, I don't know if I already said that, Digital Diamond, the way they get around the logos is this. They don't ship with the game, but there's nothing stopping we gamers from using these logos. But when he started using these, I'm like, you're playing with fire. I don't know if baseball really cares or not, but you might not want to do that. Um, but there they
You
are.
go,
Go ahead, please, Mike.
no, can you check out the Red Sox real quick? Or is that possible to check out, or is it?
Yeah. So when you click up here on a team name, you can check on
Oh,
any team in the
okay.
league. Yeah. So
Wanted
let's
to see
go.
I just wanted to see the Red Sox.
Yep.
I was curious about something.
Yeah. Sure. So while Mike is assuaging his curiosity, we shall continue. Again, I want to add that anybody that does play baseball mobile, I'm not trying to trash your game. It's just that your game's developer is being well, shall we say, a Westcourt gobshite when it comes to his um his criticisms of Out of Park Baseball and why it sucks. Hey, Pib99, good to see you. But man, this is seriously. I can't believe he gets away with this. I'm not. I mean, I don't. I'm not going to be a go rat on him because I don't really give a shit about Rob Manfred and crew. But come on, dude, this is not
I mean,
cool.
was Tim Naring and Scott Cooper, were they even on the team in 1986? I don't. That's kind
I
of
don't
weird.
know, man. You tell me.
No, I mean, I don't think so. I think that's kind of strange. I just like I don't know
Right.
why they would do that, but I'm
So
gonna look them up.
here's their full roster. So and you've got like a AAA roster, and then your starting lineup, and you can move guys up and down, of course, and so I think there's a guts of a decent baseball game here. It's decent, but come on. Anyhow,
Yep. No, no, it looks I mean, it looks decent. Yeah, I mean, look, but I
Yeah,
mean, you work on anything for that many years. I mean, it should be refined. It should be refined to some point, right? I mean,
exactly. Ken Castro says this is Trash Games Week all over the interwebs. Yep, it pretty much is. Um, I'll give Clay this. This is nowhere near as bad as Stratmax. How's that? It's not. I mean, at least Clay doesn't charge you $200 a year to have all of these seasons.
oh,
So way to go,
so
Clay.
that's it. Yeah, so that's interesting because Scott Cooper's first year was 1990, and yet he's on the you're able to put him in there in 1986. I mean, I
Hmm.
don't know. I
Yeah.
mean, well, because when you talk about replays, right? When
Right.
you buy any season for any game,
Hmm.
usually you just get the players that played at least one game, one inning, and
Right.
and it's cool that you got to fill if he wants to fill up minor league rosters. That's cool. I just don't. I mean, I don't even know if Scott Cooper was even there, the minors at that point. But I'll look that up and see if he was in
Jamie
the minors.
said Cooper was in Elmira in
Oh, he was
1986.
okay. He was in double. He was in single A ball. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah, bit of a jump, huh? All
yeah,
right.
kind of.
Now, here's the other thing. So, Out of the Park, as we will show, offers truly, Mike, right, unbridled freedom.
Oh yeah,
It's just
unbelievable.
insane. Yeah, I
Yep.
mean, there's some work you have to do sometimes, like doing mass imported players. I did that Bats League, and it
Yep.
wasn't something I could do in 10 minutes, but I could do it. All right, so here we can load a database, run a fantasy draft, etc. So let's see what's under the hood. All right, so you can load a database here, right? It says start a new game using a saved game file located in your baseball mogul, right? So I could do that. Don't know why. I could create a new league in any year that I choose, and then use a league editor to customize it. Let's look at that. All right. So let's start for Ken. Let's go back in time now, way back, Mr. Peabody. All right. Let's go back to 1915. Okay. And let's play and let's see what the hell happens. So, I'm trying to figure out why this is different than just playing the 1915 season. Okay, so Mogul Financial Engine. I don't even play with this in Out of the Park. I really don't care about
Yeah.
that. Okay, would I like to turn off Commissioner mode? No, because and now of course he can't. Here's another thing, and thank you for liking my Irish expression because we use it a lot. He can't even be arsed, right? So he's using the modern Braves logo, but he can't be arsed to go back and get the bust that they used in 1915, which thanks to you, by the way, we do have. Yeah,
Yeah.
all right, coolness. But again, sorry, Dwayne Martz can't do it. So Philadelphia, look, yeah, that's what this. Come on, dude, do your work there, Clay. If you're gonna use the modern trademarked ones, and if you're gonna get yourself in trouble, why not use the ones that are no longer trademarked or copyrighted? Anyhow, let's play. So we're loading the database again. All right. So do you guys see here this database, this custom league? How the hell can I what am I customizing?
Yeah.
All right. This is the 1915 season.
Oh,
This is the same thing. It's the same thing.
you can change the league name.
Oh,
American.
well, damn.
Ooh.
All right. So what he does, Legends
Newspaper
come.
name. You can change the newspaper name.
You
That's
change the
important.
newspaper name. That's huge, right? Hey, Legends. He says what he doesn't like is Out of the Park has had more success than his game. Yeah, I mean, who would, right? And yeah, Doug, it is jealousy, but he's talking shit about a clearly superior game. It's like, dude, just man up, grow a pair, and up your game. You're doing great with season ticket baseball, from what I've heard, but you're taking on a game that I mean, Marcus and everybody, they did it right. Is Out of the Park perfect? No, there is no perfect game. But come on. Okay, so I'm thinking, okay, this is it. Baseball Mogul is going to create a thing where I can do a truly custom league, like I can do an Action PC Digital Diamond Out of the Park. No. Okay, so I'm done. And would I like to turn off Commissioner mode? Hell no. So I'm still managing the Phillies in 1915, and of course there's Grover Cleveland Alexander. All right, depth chart. There we go. Again. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. We can look at the 1915 Red Sox. Great team. There they are. Beat these Phillies in the World Series. So that is not that's meaningless. Okay, well, people may be saying Beatles. Beatles, you're being a bit of a wanker. Why don't you really be fair? Well, I will be. So let's get back to custom again. So this one's kind of funny. All right, so League Builder. League Builder could have some promise, but it's a little buggy and a little weird. We'll come back to it. All-time All-Stars. All right, let's bring this in here and show you that you are stuck with what you're stuck with, and that is it.
Get what you get, and you don't get upset.
Right? All right. So as this thing is again, it's nice to have all these. He's expanded minor leagues. There's lots of minor leagues. He made that a big thing about this year's edition. All right. I all-time great Diamondbacks. Are you kidding me? No. Let me see who else is in the chat here. Somebody throw out. We've already done Philadelphia and Boston. Oh, Todd's here. Let's do Cleveland. Okay, so we're going to be the all-time great team.
Guardians.
Yeah.
That's one thing about OOTP I kind of aggravated, but they can't do anything about it. Is if you start any season going back to 19 whatever year Cleveland started, I think they were all the way back there. Oh no, everything up when they turned to be when they became the Indians, even back whatever year that was. You start a new season in OTP with a historical season. Everything's called the Guardians. It doesn't matter what year. It's kind of aggravating. I mean, you can change it.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But,
yeah, except you can change it, but yeah, it does suck. It does suck. It's like so like if you want to play a progressive field, that's the only thing you can't change, right? So that's why we need Mike to make a
yeah,
progressive field that says Indians. Hint, hint,
right.
hint.
Oh, I mean, I think even in my mod, like for the historical, I mean, you still need to change the team name
Oh yeah, you.
manually.
Oh yes, you do. Yeah, you do. So
Yeah.
anytime I'm playing
So
with the Indians, I mean I call them the Indians unless I'm playing a Guardians team, which never happens because it's now baseball.
yeah.
Um, all right, so let's go to look. I don't really give a damn about the headlines. There we've got a span. We've got. Let's look on who's this. Who's here? Who's here? Who's here? Let's look at this depth chart. So, does he get it right? Yeah, I mean, let's see. Bell, Jameson, Michael Brantley in left. Was Michael Brantley an all-time great Indian? I don't know. Earl Averill in center. Overtris Speaker. But anyhow, there's Doby. There's Lofton. I don't know. I would put Kenny Lofton down. Calavito, Ramirez, Avila, Baerga, Tommy. I mean, so the usual suspects are here. I've never checked to see whether there are any doppelgangers though, because Lajoie could also be on a couple other teams, Jimmy Fox, what have you. We can look at any team that we want. But the thing is in out of the park baseball, I can decide who goes where. If I did, like, and I did do that actually before I found this guy. I don't know the guy's name in the Out of the Park forums, but he did the best all-time great teams franchise that I've seen. I've never seen any ones that Legends did when he was involved with Out of the Park. This guy's was good. The one that comes out of the park sucks. Ernie Banks isn't even on the Cubs team. Ernie Banks wasn't in there at all. And I'm like, are you kidding me? But this new one has everybody. But but what I was able to do is they had I forget the player that it was like he doesn't belong in this. It was Jimmy Fox. They had Fox with the Boston Red Sox, and it's like, nah. You look at the stats, he should be more with the A's. And I was able to just boom, just trade him. That was it, and it was done, just done, done, done. So there are ways you can do it here, but it's kind of sort of hidden, I guess. It's not as transparent as out of the park baseball. I'll put it that way. Okay. Um, there's been no trades yet. Looking at the Phillies, so what have you. So that's it. This isn't like this. There's nothing really customizable about this all-time greats team. It just is. You get out of the park baseball, you get action PC baseball, digital diamond baseball. Go to town. If you want to put Jimmy Fox back in the Red Sox, go for it. If you think Eddie Collins should be with the White Sox instead of the A's, go for it. If you don't want Ernie Banks as a Cub, you don't have to, but you're kind of stuck. All right. But now we get finally to the last thing, which you would think is going to be really super cool. Um, and that's this one, the League Builder. Okay. This is the clunkiest piece of stuff I've ever seen. Yeah, Nap not in the starting lineup there. So how you create this is wonky because you're creating teams. It doesn't recognize leagues. So you have to go through all these years. So let's say for the Orioles, let's do 1983, and we're going to add the Baltimore Orioles, and we'll do, I don't know, start throwing out some teams here. We got, of course, we'll get your, let's do the 67 Red Sox this time. I'm not going to build a whole league here, but you already see how, right, when you compare this to the way you can do this in Out of the Park, how dreadful this is. So I have to pick a year. Boom, boom. I have to do this. All right. So, um, and give me another team. 1992 Blue Jays.
What about the Colt 45s?
Colt 45s. They're probably, yeah, I'm sure, they're hopefully in here. What are we looking for here? Oh, the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays. All right. So I'm going to add the team. And again, using those official logos. Crazy dudes. What year was it? Were the Colt 45s?
Jeez.
Was that 19?
70s. Let me look.
I thought they were in the 60s, like 59 or 60. Weren't they like
60s. Oh,
61,
right,
62?
it was right before the Astros. Right before they became the Astros. When so I can't remember exactly off the top of
Tony
my
went to
head.
the 1922 Phillies. Actually, that's kind of fun because again, this isn't the game isn't looking at these teams in their leagues. All right. So let's see the 20. The Phillies not so good. They're 1922, but okay, they're there. Not very good. I've got to put a pirate team in there, of course. Have to put a pirate team. So we'll do the 1925 Bucks. And yeah, it tells you how they did, world champion and all. Look at that trademark down there. How's he get away with it? Now, if I wanted to stop here, I can't because there's only 5 teams. So I could like in out of the park baseball, I could set up just 5 teams. I can do that. But no, I have to do
Oh,
everything even here.
62 to 64 is the Colt 45s.
Okay, let's bring in the Colt 45s just for you, man. All right.
I don't know. I was
There
just
they
throwing
are.
out a team.
No, that's okay. That's all right. We could bring in the. And you know what? Just because, let's bring in the 1969 Seattle Pilots.
Rusty Stubb on this.
I mean, before they became the Milwaukee Brewers, right? Guys, by the way, while we're here and Legends is here, do check out that game tonight, Giants and Expos. It was a good one. It was a good one. How many teams do I have in here? 7. I need one more. Nah, one more. Somebody throw a team out here. I don't care. Yeah, MV, you're right. Mogul was great in its time, around 1998 to 2003. Yeah, it was a good game back then. 65 Twins. Let's do the 65 Twins, I guess. Yeah, 69 Twins. Egypt. But remember, this is the game that's supposed to be like better than out of the park baseball. Now, again, better is all whatever. Okay, so you can again, whoever you want to manage. We'll manage the Seattle Pilots because Tommy Harper, right? What are advanced options? Here's your advanced options. You can change the team nickname. You can equalize cities, shuffle all cities, fictional players, fictional teams. Player development could be historical rookies, fictional rookies, or don't randomize players. These gentlemen are the advanced options that you can find at a baseball mogul game near you.
Hey, they have the logo.
They have the logo. Now, when we get to advanced options and out of the park baseball, then your head explodes, right?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, jeez.
nuts. I mean,
There's pages I haven't even seen yet, and I've played the
same,
game for 20 something years.
same. All right, so yeah, here we go. Seattle Pilots, guys. There it is. And right. So I know Ken, I know it's gonna hurt, but we're gonna play a short game just to remind everybody just what the hell is going on. Yeah. So now you can see here I'm clicking on calendar. Wouldn't that be nice if First I have to pick a team, then I can go to the calendar. Duh. All right. So let's see who the Colt 45 is going to play. March, April. There we go. They're going to play the Bucks. Let's play the 1925 Pittsburgh Pirates. So
They have the Astros logo.
and there it goes. It just starts playing. It's just playing.
Huh.
Right? I got it there. I have to pause it. And that's all I can do. So when you jump into this mode, this is what happens. I can't stop the damn replay. It just goes. What's the point? I might as well just auto play the game, right?
Oh, you're supposed to broadcast that game.
Oh, okay. Good luck with that. All right, Glenn Wright swings, roller down to first, and I don't know where the hell the ball's going because I have to wait for that. Okay, it's a single. Here's Pie Trainer, and that's a soft fly ball to right. Will somebody catch it? Indeed, they will. And look how fast it goes. Are you kidding me?
You're gonna run out of breath like in about 3 batters.
Oh my God! So there it is, and so notice also that the crowd will react no matter what everybody's doing, and even in Clay's forums, they've said, "Dude, could you change and could you fix this?"
Like batting practice.
Yeah, it is. It is. Right? No play-by-play to speak of. Right? So Bob Espromonte single through the left side. Pidge Brown at bat, and he grounded third baseman for double play, 5-3, top of the third. Max Carey. Have you seen enough? You guys heard?
Yeah.
I mean, Mike, it's too bad you can't hear that. It's too bad you
I
can't hear
can't hear it.
It's
actually
too bad, dude. Because this sounds like every game sounds like the World Series, but except the home crowd is cheering for everybody. Doesn't matter who it is. Nobody boos in this game. I mean, so the thing that amazes me is because he was part of the development team for a classic old-time baseball. It's like, didn't you learn anything from that game? It has its faults, but okay. I mean, I don't know. I don't think I want to sit here and watch a game at warp speed. And in fact, I'm not going to.
Ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed. There we go. Little Spaceballs reference there. Love it. So the Pirates destroyed the Colts 11-1. Of course, no. And look. Come on, laziness. Who's that? Is not the Houston Colts logo. It's the Houston Astros. It's the new one. So some good points about this game. It's clean looking. It legally includes the logos from all the major league teams current. It gives you ballpark pictures, except if you go way back in history, you don't get old ballpark pictures. It's limited. It's severely limited. And I'm not sure because I don't know who the alleged one is, but if he's talking about, well, Out of the Park sucks, then okay, well, tell us about a game that you love. Like, is this person saying, but in Baseball Mogul, you can do this and do that. Well, the thing is I can do everything I can in Baseball Mogul and so much more. So you have to say it in a deep voice right there. Right? It's important. So much more. So, Mike, because you are much more deeply involved in Out of the Park than I. No, we're not going to save. Let's bring up Steam, and let's bring it up. Yeah, terribly.
So this isn't in Steam, right? This game. It's not on
Baseball
Steam.
Mogul. So I don't think so. He used to be. He used to have his game in Steam. So yeah, there we go. I've been picking up some cool new stuff. But anyhow, so we do Baseball Mogul. I think it's just a couple. Baseball Mogul. If it's even still on sale on Steam anymore, it used to be. Yeah, so you can get 2018, 2017, 2015 Baseball Mogul Diamond, and you can get the 2015 demo free. So it has not been on here for 5 years.
Okay.
Okay, so to answer that question, Now we go into the big kahuna. And then we'll do lawnmower simulator.
I was watching World's Worst Gamers do Power Washer Simulator
Oh,
last week.
really? Did he
He
actually
was
do
showing.
it?
He was on Twitch. He posted the video on the Discord.
Oh,
I was
nice.
watching. I kind of got stuck watching him. I was like mesmerized. I'm like, oh boy, I have to get this. I think I didn't get it, but
Nice. Nice.
I was just like, okay.
Okay, hang on. My PC's being weird. There we go. I just got a blip. Let's see. Is that the MV? We're gonna bring MV on. Is he still awake? I don't know.
Oh
He's
really?
he's he's like looking for like McDonald's over there in the UK at like 2 in the morning. MV, do you want to come on the broadcast as well? What's this? We had to throw the interview. Oh, I don't care. Anyhow,
Yes.
sorry, I love this game, but I don't really care about the interviews so much. Mike, let us. Okay, he says 5 secs. Does that mean you're going to be on in 5 seconds? You're going to. I don't understand him because he's British. Anyhow, Mike, let's talk about freedom here. Yeah,
Yeah.
talk about freedom compared to what we just saw.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, yep, I can. We could have played with the not only the 2023 season, right? But we
Yep.
could also play with the Korean baseball rosters, minor league baseball.
Yep. Minor leagues. Yep.
Yep. New historical game, play any historical season, 1871 to 2022. And if I want to play Pacific Coast League in this game, I can do that. MV's ready. Come on. I can do that. I can't do that in Baseball Mogul
All right.
at
The
all.
breadth. Yeah. No kidding. The breadth is the breadth of the game is just unmatched of like what you can do.
It
You
really
know.
is. But so
And,
here's the funny thing, right? So again, I don't know, and I'll get MV on here in a second, that he made a big deal about the minor leagues. But you can't do anything minor leagues in Baseball Mobile. They're
mhm.
there. You can move them up. But
Yep.
guess what, Sparky? And I mean him, not you. I can do that here too. I can move player up and down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Jamie, Out of the Park Baseball has historical rosters for minor leagues.
Does. We went through that a little bit. We went through that a little while ago. We were checking out the minors and some of the like
Yeah.
1983 or 1982 or whatever it was. Wade Boggs was in Pawtucket. Red
Uh-huh.
Sox. You can play them.
Yep. And logos, everything. We'll show that because that is part of this comparison video. But let's get the MV on here. But I figured out how to do this without breaking a call. I suck. Is this it? That says VM. There we go. Is MV? Let's see. Of course, he's showing gray. Create. Now I don't want to create a DM. Shit. How did I do this? I did it without any.
Last time you were able to add at the end, you were able to add a few people without.
I know. Right? It was amazing.
Let's see.
It was bloody amazing.
Well, there's a little thing that says add friends to DM. Isn't that what you want to do? Or
Well,
no?
yeah, but let me see. Of course, MV's never
Oh,
been
unless he's not a
on.
friend. I don't know if he's a friend or not.
Yeah, we love MV.
Oh, I don't know if you have him as a friend, but I mean.
Oh, there
Yeah.
now he's on. Let me see. This might cut you out or it might not. I thought we could just add him to the call. Yeah. Now it's ringing both you guys. All right, there we go. Hey guys. Hey.
Greetings.
Hello. Hey,
MV,
MV.
it's so good to
Hey,
see you
Mike, how you
back,
doing?
man.
Good.
All
I've
right.
been uh, I've been a fan of yours for many, many years. But I
Thank
used to
you.
call in my head I used to call you Silvam until I
Yeah.
realized it was M Silver backwards.
Which was funny because MV was at one of my broadcasts, and I'm saying, "Yeah, Mike Silva," and he's like, "Wait, do you mean Silva M?"
Silvam.
And I said, "Silvam." Yeah, I said, "Yeah, the guy who beat anorexia." Yes. He said, "Oh my
That
god, oh my
name
god."
has been resonating with me for years. I mean, I couldn't tell you how long, but
Yeah.
it's good to see you in the community. And yeah, good.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How
You're
about it,
welcome.
MV? His ballparks are everywhere, everywhere.
They're on my hard drive. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Oh yeah, brilliant
I
work.
made it all the way to England. I'm definitely.
That's right.
I've arrived now. I've arrived.
Hello,
All
Pip.
right. So I got 2 stars on here now. So MV, I don't see you play out of the park baseball. So before we get into continuing
Hmm.
a very, very one-sided comparison, what are your thoughts on out of the park baseball?
Oh wow, I'm glad this is why I stayed up for this one.
Okay.
Um, I love it. It was my first sort of baseball text sim, along with Baseball Mogul, I must say. I think
Okay.
about 1998, 99. I think I had the second version of Out of the Park. And I loved the simplicity of the first one,
Mm-hmm.
or the one I had. I loved that George Zeba, who played for the Yankees, I think,
Mm-hmm.
could become a superstar and dust the males. Because at the time, these guys, I don't know how it was programmed, but people could randomly become stars as well as established stars.
You can
Mhm.
still do
I
that
just
here. You can still do
yeah,
that here.
yeah, of course you can. Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, I loved it. Up until I met you, Beatles, you're the one who turned me away from Out of the Park, to be honest.
Well, I didn't mean to because I've always said, MV, that if you're going to own two digital baseball sims, it should be Out of the Park and Action PC.
Yeah,
So come on
and
now.
and
You know,
I've probably spent more in actually in 1 year
Mhm.
than I've done in 20 years in Out of the Park because
Yikes.
it's been crazy. Why do I like Out of the Park?
Yeah.
I like the fact that a European did it as well,
Mm-hmm.
because it was just like you're from Europe, obviously, and I looked
Really?
at it and thought,
So am
yeah,
I, but
yeah, that's
okay.
right, that's right.
But that's fine.
But I like the fact he took a different way of doing it. I
Right.
liked it. Tech Sims in the 90s, in the UK anyway,
Hmm.
had evolved with the explosion with Football Manager, which was once Championship Manager.
Right.
And I felt here is I kept thinking, where are the baseball games? I knew about Strat. I'd never played it in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I knew about, but heard of all of these things. Never played that in my life either.
Mm-hmm.
But I kept thinking, where are the text sims, the ones where you're a GM or you could do an exhibition? Finally, um, Out of the Park came up. Like I said, I think I bought them roughly the same time. I might have bought Mogul
From this
just
dude in
before.
Germany, right? Of all places, from Germany.
Yeah, I remember reading a magazine and just seeing it there, thinking, "Who's this dude?"
Mm-hmm.
Marcus Heinsohn
Right.
and Arnius Randstad or whatever his name was. I can't remember his name. Anyway, cut a long story short,
Mm-hmm.
put the disc in. I was blown away with a disc that shows how old it is, and
Right.
just loved the game. Fell in love with it, and I could do my Mets. I could do GM part. That was what attracted me really,
Oh, really?
was the
Interesting.
the financial aspect. And to be
Okay.
honest with you,
Mm-hmm.
all these years later, looking at Out of the Park, even now, I still recognize the original game.
So
The
there is
GM model looks the
consistency.
same. Mm.
Yeah, there's some consistency. So
Yeah.
so let me ask you, as a player of both games, where Mike has never really played Baseball Mogul. I have, and you
Same.
have. So
Yeah.
your experiences as far as, because I'd mentioned earlier that one of Baseball Mogul's strengths back in the day was Out of the Park as it developed. The
Mm.
user interface was not very good. It was tough to navigate, and Baseball Mogul gave a sort of cleaner way to move around. Was that your experience as well, or no?
Similar. I did find Mogul simple. Click the button. I'm in. Click a player's name. I'm in. There was no delay. It's fast.
Hmm.
I think it had more stats then. I think it had the minor league stats. Maybe not. Because I know with Out of the Park, I think the first version I had was Out of the Park 2 or whatever it was called, 99 then. I didn't buy the third one, which was the most popular one. The second one had a horrible interface. I mean, well, second or third, really horrible. It turned me off the game.
Right.
You know where you do where the text boxes where you see if they hit, it's a hit or a strike's a strike. It was a
Hmm.
blue, if you remember, blue and white box. And I remember
I do
writing to
remember.
Marcus saying,
Yep.
"Ah, you do, yeah."
Yeah.
I remember writing to Marcus saying, "Marcus, do me a favor, please. Could you just change, the
Right.
box? It's driving me crazy."
Yeah.
He obviously listened,
Yeah.
but not to me. But the long and the short, I found Baseball Mogul really enjoyable. I loved I love the headlines. I think it was Todd who said in the chat, it's nice headlines. I love the headlines back in the day.
Hmm.
No,
Still to this day, no one's done it like that. Yeah, go ahead. Right.
oh no, I was just gonna agree with you because I mean I just want to tell Beatles I did play Mogul probably the first two or three versions from '98, whatever, like right around the time MV's talking about.
Okay.
Right
All
when
right.
OOTP, I think I probably started playing them around both at the same time, and at that
Yeah.
point, Mogul for me kind of satisfied the graphical itch a little bit. They had
Yeah.
like and then
Sure.
but OTP was more like the rosters and the you know the reserve, you know, the GM mode. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just want to agree with. I totally agree
Okay,
with them
I
being.
misunderstood there then.
Oh
Thank
no,
you. Yeah, for
I did. So I
clarifying.
do have a couple. I have like the really old versions under my belt. I just didn't want. I just had no idea what it looked like since like 1999 or
Mm.
2000 probably. So that's why I
I think
wanted to.
yeah,
Yeah.
as time went on and on and on, I stayed with. In fact, Pure Sim is the one I was hoping to see if it would challenge because I kind of like aspects of Pure Sim baseball.
Yeah, I have
Um,
it. If I can get it to run without
mm,
crashing, I'll do it some
it's not
night.
it's not a bad game, but out of the park scratched every itch to customize.
Yup.
I can't say the word. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yes.
Um, there was for some reason in my head. I don't have any facts to back it up, but it just felt right.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it. It just felt right. Even from about Out of the Park 3.5, I think it was. Everybody fell in love with that game. And I think that's where um, Clay lost his audience. Somehow Out of the Park snatched it at Out of the Park 3.5.
See, and I
That
think,
was it.
It was
and I think for
6.5.
me,
6.5.
Six
Yeah.
point five. Sorry,
Yeah,
six
six
point
point
five.
6.5.
five.
That was the. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, 8 was a good
That
one
was it.
too. In fact, that's available for free. So if you want a pretty
Yep.
looking, um, or diamond mine baseball with excellent play by play, Out of the Park 8 is free, guys. Go get it.
Uh,
Go snag it.
And I might add as well, I think the forums drove it too, because
Mm-hmm.
for whatever reason, I do remember you guys, you Beatles, you've been under a long time, and I think I
Oh
never
yeah.
knew you then, and I think
Right.
Mike's been under a long time. But
Since
there was a
yeah.
guy called Tiger Fan
Mm-hmm.
who used to write these stories about his fictional history of major leagues, and
Mm-hmm.
it was so popular. Michael, I don't know if you remember this, but it
I
was
do. I
so
do.
yeah, it was so popular. So of course everyone wants to replicate the history of the major leagues. So I think and the popularity of the forums exploded, whereas
Mm-hmm.
Clay's never did, never took off. I just thought, oh, I'm shutting that down, and I just left it alone. By the time it came back to Mogul, I do buy it occasionally just to support game developers. I do like you Beatles believe in that.
Mm-hmm.
I felt that the game just hadn't advanced. I remember when the graphics came in with the batter, like you just showed today. That hasn't changed in at least 10 to 12 years.
Nope,
That's stayed the
same
same.
stuff. Except for, as Mike noted, the impressionist crowd.
Yeah, that's
So
stayed.
I guess maybe one day he was like looking at some French impressionist paintings, saying, "Yeah, I think I'll do that, and I will
Yeah,
smoke clove cigarettes and be cool."
yeah. But yeah, I think after the first 3 years, that
Yeah.
was me done. But it has a place in my heart because it was really good in its time. And but Out of the Park, I just blew it away.
And so that's the thing, the depth and breadth of out of the park baseball is insane. It's insane.
Yeah,
So
it is.
except for All American Girls Professional Baseball League, which by the way, quick plug again, Pocket Pennant Run 3 due out December 1st, and it looks amazing, guys. Check out the video from Pocket Pennant Run on their YouTube channel. If you thought Pocket Pennant Run 2 was cool, wait till you see what they have planned now. It's awesome. So,
I
but
have no,
the reason
yeah,
I say,
no interest in that though. I have no interest in the all American. I mean, what am I gonna do with that?
I don't, you know what? Yeah, but you know what? It completes it. It's cool. I
I
love it.
guess if they
Yeah.
had Dottie Hinson and
Well, she is.
Milo
Yeah,
Hooch,
the Rock. They're all in
well,
there.
if
So,
Milo Hooch was in there, the whole team, then maybe I might
right,
know the players.
exactly,
But
exactly. But they're
Jimmy
there.
Duggan was the
But
manager. But
but
maybe
anyhow, get the game. It's going to be cool. Even if you're not interested in the All American Girls Professional Baseball League, they've really up the stakes for cards and dice baseball game. And while they keep trying to say, well, yeah, we're not Strat, we're not APA, they're what they're doing is awesome. But another time, I'll do a little unboxing when it comes out,
yeah.
as soon as I get it. But okay, so we've got new historical game, right? So let's go in that. I never play challenge mode. Sorry, Marcus. I know you're never gonna see my streams, but anyhow, there we go. All right. So I can first thing here. This is really cool. Let's pick 1986 again for Mike. All right. So we are in the defensive era.
They use the
So
miners.
I like how everything is broken. I like how they do the eras.
Mm,
I think that's really cool.
it is cool.
Yeah.
You're gonna use the miner. Use the miners to check that
Oh,
box.
Yeah, I
absolutely.
do that. I always do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I want to show that to Jamie as well. Okay.
Yep.
Now here's another cool thing you can do too. to set up kind of like a blind league, which I've shown you guys how to do it in Action PC Baseball. So for this, if you use random players from all eras instead of real rosters, you
That's
don't
awesome.
know what you're going to get. Yeah, I know, right? So this is all about, okay, what the hell am I going to get? All right, so
That's the random debut. Oh no, is that the random? No, that's not the random debut. That's
this is something different.
right.
This
That's
is
different. That's different, right? I was
right.
thinking of the random debut. Yeah, but that's still pretty cool though.
Oh, it is cool. Okay, so and also here you can optimize ratings for single season replay or career play. I think one of Allen Park's strengths is career play. I think it's amazing.
Yep.
And a lot of people, in fact, it was Steve Tate who said that he felt that Action PC was his kind of for playing season just single season, but that out of the park baseball is the game for career.
Mm.
Um, I think it's good single season both ways, but it's just great, and players do evolve over time. All right, let's hit next step. Look at we
It
got
depends on how you want them to evolve as well, because
sure
as you got there, yeah. Because I do career play,
right.
but I put the talent engine on rather
Yep.
than the other ways of doing it. There's so many ways to do it. I love this
Oh,
what you're
I
doing
mean,
here.
this
and
game is
keep in mind, Beatles. This is just the I wouldn't call it basic, but this is your usual settings. You
yes.
haven't
Oh,
even
I
showed
haven't
me
even gone to advanced.
that
I know.
advanced mode. Like that, I mean, you can
Mm.
go through this like little wizard
Advanced
here.
is
Will set up the
scary,
league.
man. Yeah.
But
It,
you go to advanced. That's where you can kind of get lost and like, oh crap, what am I doing here?
oh, I've done that many times. I'm like,
The
wait, can I
player
back
creation
out?
modifiers and all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff. Oh man,
yeah. And I'm kind of glad that this came up in Legends broadcast because again, it's Mike. You and I've talked about this on here before. We've talked together on broadcast. This has to be the most polarizing digital baseball sim of them all. I've never met any right. So people are like, yeah,
you
Action
either love it
PC
or you
is
hate it.
yeah,
Yeah.
Action PC. Yeah, I like it, or I like this, or I like that. People either love this game or loathe it, and
Mm.
I don't understand.
I think it was because of the way it was marketed, I guess, because I've known the greatness of it from day one.
Hmm.
But I felt there's a big crowd that came over from Strat and possibly other traditional baseball games or baseball management sims, I
Hmm.
guess, that just thought, well, this is a gimmick. An older demographic, maybe. But once they got into it, I saw it in the forums, a big shift every year. People said, I used to play Strat, but now I like this. I don't know what the case is now, but that's what I saw in the last 10 years. So many people, I mean, look at the game now, it's so popular around the world, isn't it? This particular brand of this sim,
Hmm.
everyone knows out of the park baseball now. Real people use it. Bill James apparently used it. Real players have used it.
And
You
that's
couldn't see
huge
my
about Bill
praises.
James too. MV, that you
Mm.
bring that up because he was an aficionado of Diamond Mine baseball.
Right, yeah, there you go. So he switched over. Well,
Yeah.
not switched over, he definitely rated this game. John Henry, I believe, I've read somewhere, loved the game as well.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Jamie brings
Yep.
up a good point, and that's something that Out of the Park has, but again, with more moving parts is going to be more complexity. Jamie says his only problem with Out of the Park is figuring things out with so much in there. I was about to say, Mike, shall we just go ahead and press the advanced mode button and scare everybody?
Well, that would scare. Yeah, if you want, why not? I think
It,
everybody's probably seen. Yeah,
dude, it scares me. I'm like, whoa. All right.
yeah.
So
So
when you click this button, look at this. And I mean this thing is just Jamie's right. Like so this is all pretty much self-explanatory what's going on here, but we can go into teams, right? Again, yeah, that's cool. I can go
but
in
you
with
can click each one of those leagues right there on the bottom
Love it.
left. Each one of these menus is for one
yes.
league. That's Major League Baseball. You can go to each league. You
Uh-huh.
have all the
Oh yeah,
rules.
down
Yeah,
here. So if I want to go to AAA American Association, there they are.
Yeah,
You know,
brilliant detail.
yeah, I mean, and look all the way down, man. You can play like,
Crazy.
oh, it's nuts, right? Here's the Appalachian League, the Bluefield Orioles, and the good God, the Wytheville, whatever. Let's go to. I'm familiar with Double A because I have some Double A, Pittsburgh Double A affiliates. They're not going to be here. Oh yeah, they will. There.
the
Back
Burlington Guardians. They
when they
must
were
have
the
been the
Midwest.
Indians.
Yeah, so you have all this, and then here's
This
where
is
you start
crazy.
setting up rules. Do you want to
Yeah,
have
rules are
for the
cool.
Eastern League? So down to the minors, all the way down. Do you want a DH or not? Setting minimum batters faced, active roster size, pro service time limit. Clay, hello. Where is all this in your game that you say this one sucks? Where's all
Yeah,
this?
he's not even close. Not
No,
even
he's
close.
not even close.
This is just the
Financials,
minors. The major leagues have way more rules than that. Like if
yeah,
you
they
click on
are.
Major League
Let's
Baseball, it
get
has like a
back to
zillion
Major
more
League.
rules.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Major League, it's nuts. And now, that being said, guys, don't get scared off. You never, ever, ever have to touch advanced mode. You never have to touch it. So
Yeah, look at that.
look, you can randomize like you can create feeder leagues in
Oh yeah.
Mental.
this. You can't do that. In fact, I don't know of any other digital game where you can create a feeder league. This is the only one that I know of. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not an Action PC. That's not knocking Action PC. It's not in Digital Diamond.
JUCO, you can get JUCO in there, high school.
Yeah. So yeah,
It's
you can
just
do
crazy.
yeah. So there you go. College feeder league, junior college, high school feeder league. You can add minor leagues to here down to rookie, short season A, whatever. Financials I'm going to skip over if everybody doesn't mind. Let's go to options. Look at the options. This is where you're going to set things for rainouts. Whether you want, I always turn spring training off. All star game, all this kind of stuff. So very, very much. Clay says this game
Shit, yeah.
is. Come on,
You can
Clay.
set your own playoffs, whatever. There's a zillion different
This
playoff
Clay,
formats you can
Clay,
select.
Yeah,
Clay just lost it. I
I
don't
think
doubt
so.
that he put the effort in. It's just
Yeah,
these programmers at out of the park. They just took over from 2004. The game was over. In fact, they not your team couldn't keep him, and I rated him. Is it Sean? Is it? I can't remember his name, but they just took over.
so here's
I was really
historical.
impressed.
Import and maintain real minor leagues. Check. Automatically adjust league strategy. Check, 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 check. Retire players according to history. So you could actually go in here, and while you're not going to be able to recreate baseball history exactly, right? You have no guarantee that Roger Maris is going to hit 61 home runs in 1961, right? I mean, come on, you're not doing that, but you can, right? If because there's some guy, Mike, on the forums, a couple guys actually started in 1871 and they're doing
Yep.
the history. See, expansion drafts. God, there's so much in here. Stats and
So,
AI.
yeah, so Beatles. One question I had was,
Yeah,
you look at
sure.
all this stuff, right? You look at if you go to if you go to stats and AI, right?
That's where I am. Yep.
So
Yep.
so here's all the stuff like you have all the era specific settings like year. I think you can select whatever year and it'll have all the
You can,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
right. So now when you talk about Action PC, right? Do they
Mm-hmm.
have the same kind of things for every year, or is it all just baked into the season that you're buying?
No,
You know what I mean?
you can
You can change the
change.
year.
Yeah, you let's say you're
Or does it
playing
have all these like things like with the statistical output, so it's good for that
uh,
era, or is it just baked into like the season? That's what I was wondering. You
So
know?
it doesn't. It's pretty deep, but it doesn't. It's 2 fathoms deep. This is 10 fathoms deep.
Okay,
Is how I
all
will
right.
say. This is still the deep. I think, and I think the many would. This is the deepest baseball
Oh yeah.
simulation that
Yeah,
that
without
No, I
that's
know
question.
it
out
is.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. It does. So stats detail. You can go from very high detail to low detail wherever you want it.
Yep.
But yeah, so with Action PC, there's a lot of things that are really, really
Mm.
kind of hidden. So we're gonna start. Let's call this 1986. Um,
Beatles
Jamie,
SGSGJ or Jamie, sorry, has a
said
question.
something I wonder in Out Park Baseball, can it be set up to where there's no minor league affiliation and teams have to purchase players off minor league teams or sign amateurs? I think
It's a free
so.
agency. You just take out all the
I
minors,
think
I
so,
think.
Mike. Does that sound?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
think that's
sounds
something
right.
you can do.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to have the minor leagues. Well, yeah, I believe there is. I've never fiddled around with that, but
Neither have I. Because I
like
don't do a lot of
you
minors.
definitely
So
can have unaffiliated. You can have like unaffiliated leagues, or and also teams, and you can have like the independent leagues where they
right.
Yeah.
just
Oh yeah.
assign people.
So with
So hey, yeah. So what I wanted to say one thing here is, which is cool,
yeah,
that
go ahead.
obviously you have all these settings, right?
Yeah, it's
So
nuts.
if you
And
have
we
a
haven't even
season,
gone to advanced
right?
in the. Go ahead, please.
No, I was just gonna say, so you there's a zillion settings here, and obviously it would be daunting if you every time you started a new season you had to like
Right.
set all the settings all up again. So you have the ability to create these templates, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a so once you're done here, you can save everything as a template, and
Right.
you can call whatever you want. And then if you say you want to restart the season or you want to create a new one, you could use that template, import it, and it'll bring all those settings back
Exactly.
at
So
any point. So,
right.
it's a little bit less daunting when you look at it that way. And honestly, I think I was one of the ones who was pushing for the templates, but way back when.
Mm-hmm.
I think I was one of the ones on the forum that was like bugging Marcus to get something like that where we could save the settings. So
And thank you for doing that too,
yeah,
because I
I
mean,
was messing around. Yeah,
oh yeah. And I mean, the thing is again, you never ever you can still have so much fun with out of the park baseball and
yeah,
never touch this part of it. But
yeah.
so we move over to advanced. Here's what Mike's talking about. So on the advanced tab, you can import a template or you can save as a template, as he was saying. Um, you can do all the database folder stuff,
Mhm.
number of relievers in a DH league, total players on roster in a no right. You can just it's really a baseball sandbox, just like they say.
It is exactly what they say. Yeah.
It's nuts. It's nuts. So we love you, Marcus. We do. Um, but so without starting, I mean, we'll go ahead and start the game. All right, and there I am being Irish, of course. Have to be Boston Red Sox. It's because we have Mike on here. I always play in commissioner mode because commissioner mode is where the real magic happens in out
Yeah.
of the park baseball. Because then you can do anything. You are God, and I don't want to be fired. That doesn't matter. I don't. The trading difficulty, I usually don't play with that. I only usually play as a manager too because as a commissioner mode, I can just do it.
I just watch. Play
Yeah,
exactly what you do. Play in commissioner mode,
right.
and that's that.
And let's
Hey,
start the.
Beatles. Quick question: Is that
Yeah,
your name? I don't even know your name. So you Joe McGregor?
I am.
That's good.
There,
I didn't
there.
even know
Now
your name.
everybody. Now I'm gonna be doxxed. Go for it. I'm gonna be doxxed, man.
Oh no, that's good. I feel like I just know you
That's
as
all right.
Beatles, but
No, it's all good. My IRA membership won't be coming up in that. It's all fine. It's all fine. That's individual retirement account there, good people at
hey,
YouTube. We got to get Bernie on here maybe next if we can work this out with him since he's home. Next weekend, have a weekend at Bernie's and have Bernie
yeah.
talk about some baseball. It'd be fun to have you and Bernie on because you guys are both Red Sox fans.
Oh well, yeah. He
You know,
knows much more about the
I know, but it'd
team.
just be so cool to get Um, but anyhow. So Mike, as you guys know, is like has been very involved with out of the park baseball for many years, and
Yes.
I mean this guy's a guru. I mean I know a lot about this game, but Mike
I
knows.
haven't played it. I don't play it as much as I used to because, like I said, action has just taken over.
Well, I mean Action's
Um,
amazing. They're both
it
amazing
is
games,
amazing.
and I mean
I'm,
Clay
I'm,
would take on Action. He'd be like, "Come on, really?" The only thing you could say about Action is nothing because it's a great game
It's a
too.
great game. It's a great game, just a different game.
All right, so here we are. So Jamie talked about the minor leagues. So we need to
Yeah.
go to the Red Sox team home screen, and we'll go to organization. Boink. Oops, no, I was already there. So look, we got the Pawtucket Red Sox, the New Britain Red Sox, all the way down here, down to the Elmira Pioneers. So in 1986, I don't know who Elmira's
Oh, I remember
affiliate now. Are
these.
they still a
I
Red
remember these
Sox?
guys.
Yeah. So they're all there, and I can click on. I don't know, you guys. Let's go to Pawtucket. Let's go to
yeah.
Pawtucket. There it is, and there's the rest of the International League. We can look at their teams. Let's look at the lineups for the Pawtucket.
But
And
Ellis Brett's
look,
from
there's
Pawtucket now.
Carlos Quintana. Who else do we recognize? And there's Jody
I was just
Reed.
thinking Ellis
Ray
Brett.
Quinones is on this team. So yeah, and so Jamie, you can actually play this as a minor league season. You don't
And
have
be
to
the
play.
manager or the GM.
The
Yeah.
manager, yeah.
Exactly. Yep. You do not have to play this as Major League Baseball. And nice little touch up here, of course. You can just go to anybody's organization, whatever, at this level. Um, so there's that. All right. So, and this is just in a season replay. Now I'm going to bring up something that's even more astounding that you're not going to see. So let's get back to the start screen. and we talk about
Columbus
freedom.
Clippers.
And the reason I'm talking about freedom is I'm going to show you. Okay, let's dismiss this message. There we go, because Texas Rangers hurrah for you. Look how many things I have in here going on, right? So, and all of these are very, very different. So there's like some all-time stuff. There's the bats thing that I created, that Ken and Dwayne and I created. There's the McGreevy. That's it, right? Or the McGreevy Legends League, right? So this is why we're going to be able to do
It's a Tigers
McGreevy
Mets game.
in here. Yeah, which we never. I have to finish that for you, don't I? But I
By the
want.
way, a quick question to Mike on that one, Beatles, because remember when we did play that game, did we or did we not see Bill Buckner make the same error at first base? Am I right? Or did I dream that?
I can't remember. It's been a while, MV.
Yeah,
I'll
the
have to go
love
back
is.
because for replays. Oh, another
Mm.
thing. Oh yeah, I forgot Clay. So you can set up out of the park baseball to replay entire games, not just read
Oh,
box
right.
scores. You can
Highlights, replay.
watch the game or just a highlight reels, what have you. But here's something I really love about this. And again, if he says this sucks, so let's see. Does it suck? Let's see. Let's go to. Is it reports and info? Is that the one I want? Yeah, league. Is it league reports home? Okay, so this is nuts. This has to do with this whole season that
Yes.
we've been doing. And let's go to the league newspaper. Look at this. Look at this is amazing. And this is covering the whole season up to where we're over halfway through this thing now.
Yours looks so much better with the real photos. I've got the
Yeah.
face gen. Yours looks so much better.
Yeah, I'm not a Face Gen fan at all. Only because
Mm.
I saw Hannes Wagner in a goatee. It's like, no. It does great with modern players. I'll give it that. But with the old players, it doesn't. But look, I can go back. Look, I can trace all these stories, the history of this league, and I can also click. So Phillies Delahanty smacks 5 hits. I can click read more, and I can actually go to that game, and if I want to watch it, I can. How cool is that? I
What
can
did
I can rewrite the 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 recaps in this game if I want to for this
Yep.
particular game. Um, so any of these games. Now that being said, you can do something similar in Action PC as well, but we're not really here to talk about that one. Okay, so there's the whole line score. Go anywhere I want. Everybody's clickable. This is insane. I spent one night. I spent a stream with Ken in here and a few other people just looking at just the league reports, the league history.
Well, you know what I like. Look at the league history and check out
Yeah,
the team and league leaderboards. You can see your all time
Oh yeah,
yeah.
leaderboard. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's on here, but if you do a
It's just
historical
deep.
season,
It's deep. It's deep.
if you do a
it's
historical season, you'll see every. You can go to every season
mm-hmm.
history. You know, it's pretty
Every
Oh
cool.
every
yeah,
every starter for every year as well.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
Every
amazing.
position
yeah,
player.
yeah. So let's go to
I'm gonna start playing this again.
yeah, I think you should. So I have both the Brooklyn Superbas and this, but I want to show you something else. Now we're going to open something else because again,
I
there's
mean,
so much in this game.
to be honest with you though, Action PC has a lot of cool
Mm-hmm.
like stats and things that it keeps that I wish OOTP did. But you know,
Yep.
hey, everybody's got their own thing. But
Oh yeah,
you know,
absolutely. I think that I mean again, that's why I think that if you're gonna own just two digital baseball sims, it should be this and Action PC because they complement one another beautifully. So this is something for an all-time league, and this is a great all-time league. You can grab this on the Out of the Park forums. This is super, super, super cool. All right, so we're gonna go back to league history, and we can go to the index. So you can see here every team in Major League Baseball, right? So you're like saying, yeah, well, who gives a damn? Well,
oh
look
yeah,
at this. Right here, you have baseball reference.
yeah, it's
Baseball
basically what
reference
it
is
is.
in this game. I mean, it's
That's
Yep.
all
crazy,
here,
man.
man. It's all here. And you can compare players, so you actually get even a little bit of stat head as well. So let's look at the Pirates. Look, every year, there they are, their actual
Yeah.
records, what they did. I can just pick a year. So there now I'm in 1940, and I'm looking at the Bucks for 1940. That's them
It's just
breaking it down by position. Yeah, Mike, right?
Amazing. And then, and you also, if you go to the player registers, it looks just like the player register in
It
baseball
does.
reference as well.
It's insane. You have the whole. You
Vince,
have
Yeah.
if you go to Champions, if you go to Champions, you can see who played in the World Series, can't you? If you go to who were the members of that team, so Champions on the top left hand side
Oh,
beside history.
yeah. I'm looking
To the
over here.
left.
yeah, it creates the photos and stuff. You can.
Yeah, I love this. This is my favorite bit.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
it's
just
brilliant.
showing
It's
who were the
brilliant.
people.
And we can select the year.
That's what I mean.
So,
You select the.
boy, we hit 1986 hard, but that's okay.
Oh, that's right. You want to see the
I'm
Mets?
sorry, Mike. No, I don't want to see. I don't like the Mets. Are you kidding me?
Um,
Here, all right, here.
no, I'm
See,
saying you just want to show the Mets to me.
you
Like,
know
here you
what?
go, Mike.
Some people's kids. Here, you feel better about this. All
There
right.
you go.
Here they come. There, okay. Boston Red Sox.
Hey, look, it's Dwight Gooden not looking like. It's Dwight Gooden doesn't look like Easy E.
No, no, he
Here it
doesn't.
is.
So when you have this league and download it, you've got it. You've got everything. And but no matter, even if you're doing a
Everything.
season replay or whatever you do, if you click on a player, his real life stats, you get his entire career as Mike pointed out, and we'll do that actually. Let's go to the Phillies team home screen. So we're with the Phils, and let's do Michael Jack Schmidt because you have to say his middle name. That's what everybody tells me. So I always do real life stats. So you can do his basic batting, right? So basic batting stats, which we're looking at, expanded batting stats. It's all here. It's all here. 162 game average, what have you. You want to look at pitchers, whatever. It's all here. There's so much.
You know,
And
Beatles, one of the things that just brought to my mind was the fact that you asked me about Baseball Mogul,
mhm.
and there was scouting reports. That's what it's like at the beginning of that term when I started playing. But the scouting reports here are just as good
Yes, they
on
are.
each player. I love that.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing is kind of proving the point now with just general baseball chinwag, but this game, I understand. I think anybody can understand that you want to that right. So Clay's baby is baseball mobile in the digital world, and of course he wants to defend it. I get
Of
that,
course.
but to
But
go
don't
on,
trash.
right?
Yeah.
You're a game
So it's,
developer, and you're trashing these other game developers. Well, you know what? Marcus was smart. He went out and went for the big kahuna and got the Major League Baseball license, the Minor League Baseball license, the Major League Players Association license. I would say that is excellent and goes on Steam. He's doing it right. And it's a hell of a baseball game. In fact,
yeah.
a little hidden feature in Out of the Park Baseball, if you're doing a season replay, it will actually show how your replay is tracking against the actual season. And what's really interesting is how close this game is. I've heard other YouTubers talk about how inaccurate Out of the Park Baseball is, and they
It's
are
pretty
so
good.
wrong. They are so wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah, very wrong.
This game will
Hey,
say, "No, look, here's what's happening." And your replay, and this is what happened. And remember, you have your intervention of it, but I've done full season replays with this, just hitting play everything, and it's really, really freaky how accurate this game actually is. It's crazy.
Well, they use it
Um,
to predict seasons, don't they, on MLB
they do,
Network?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So this wouldn't because again, Diamond Mind was like the king. But yeah, this one now this year they kind of missed. This year they missed, but everybody
Forget who
missed.
they predicted.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody expected Rangers. The Rangers Diamondbacks. Nobody. I was predicting. I think Braves Orioles. So yeah, but we know how my predictions turned out. I said the Dodgers are going to take it all last year, and they choked. But I think the takeaway is okay. You know what? You're gonna defend your baby. I get that. By the way, you want fielding stats? There's fielding stats, um, and deep fielding stats too. I mean, really like that. But if you're gonna start trashing other games, all right, back it up. Say, well, yeah, but
Yeah.
everything that I've shown here, you simply can't do. We talked about that exhibition. All right, let's go back to the out of the park start screen.
Hey, before you do that, can you hit the history button? Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, I suck. Well, we'll go back.
Oh, it's
We'll
okay.
go back. It's
No, no,
early.
no, it's not a big deal. No, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not early. I gotta hit the bed in about 10 minutes because I gotta
I've got
Yeah,
work
a
in
because
question for
6 hours.
you, Beatles and Mike. I've got a question for both of you, actually.
yeah.
Yep.
It's something I've never figured out. So when we play the games, whether we're playing historical or replay or fiction, how do you turn the coach mode off? As in, we have all the coaches, the bench coaches, and all of that, but
Mm-hmm.
they are rated in the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't want it necessarily to have the ratings of all the backroom stuff and all the moods and all the personalities, and
Oh,
that's
you should.
built in. Can you turn it off?
Believe so.
Yeah, I just
I've
don't know
never
where,
done
to
that.
be honest with you, but I know
Yeah,
you can.
yeah, fair enough. I'd love to turn it
I
off.
can
Yeah.
find it.
Yeah, yeah, maybe, yeah. While Mike's doing it, okay, so okay, the two big things, historical exhibition, but this is the big one, new custom game, and this is where McGreevy is going to happen. Okay, so when you click this, this is like for me, this is the baseball rabbit hole. This is it. Okay. So historical, I wouldn't worry about that too much. That's just the same as picking a season. But this fictional one throws people because you're thinking, oh, geez, I can only use fictional replay or fictional players. That is not true. Because right here it says in the tin you can use or fictional or real players. When you go to
Yeah.
fictional, this is man you. And in fact, let me tell you this, guys. If you want to get to know out of the park baseball,
Yeah,
start actually with
I
this
agree.
module.
I
Don't
agree.
start with a season replay. Great, thank you, Mike.
That's what I
And
started with. I started playing fictional. That's all I did for about the first
Yep.
5, 6, 7 years was play
I
just.
did that
I
too.
created my own world. I created my own teams, and
yep.
and it's awesome. I mean, you really get to know the game. Yep.
Oh yeah. This is the I think this is the way to do it. I mean,
You
look, you
start
can.
small too. When you
Mm-hmm,
start with this, I had a 10 team league or an eight to 10 team league. It's
mm-hmm,
perfect. You don't have 26 teams. It's overwhelming. You get a
yep.
small team. And you get to know your players. It's really cool. It's
Yeah.
really
Look.
cool.
You want 4 teams? There you go.
Yep.
You want to get nuts and you want to have 40 teams.
Let's
Um,
get nuts.
and how many divisions do you want to have? Oh my God. I mean it's just
Crazy.
crazy. So how many divisions do I want to have? Well, maybe I want to have 50. I mean
Oh, I
it's
know you can
nuts.
have.
Crazy.
Don't go that far. Don't go that far. You'll hurt yourself. So usually I what I say is start off with 8. Okay? Don't touch the advanced mode for now. Don't touch it. Go to next step, right? So again, now if you wanted to do a McGreevy league, this is where you would set up all these team names. If you don't want, and this is freedom. If you don't want to do that, this is cool. Go to historical team selection, and now you can pick teams from year, and so 1901, and I know they were good in 1901, not as good as 1902. There's the Pirates. They're in 2 clicks as opposed to how many do I have to do in uh,
Mogul.
that other game, Baseball Mogul. I don't know. So I'm going to quickly do this. I know Mike's got to go soon, but I'm just
That's
going to
okay.
quickly
It's
do
going.
this.
I suppose it is daunting for someone new to the game because I've been playing this for 20 years.
Right,
So I've
and
gotten so used to it.
this is why I just want to show really how
Yeah.
how easy this is to work with if you work from working with fictional. And if you have Mike's mod, guess what? You are going to get everything's already going to be set. And no laws being broken because they have the license. Um, it's 1920. Let's put in the Indians because you've got to have the Indians somewhere. And because of course up here they're going to be the Cleveland Guardians, but you can change that. Not a
That's easy to
problem.
change.
Yeah.
MV. I just put the location in OOTP and how to disable the coaching system. It's
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
on the chat. I just put the game settings, global settings, and it looks.
Oh,
I don't know if that's going to do everything you want it to do, but it seems like it
yeah, that's
might.
the only thing I've never learned to do. Just never could understand how you turn it off.
I'm just picking some random teams here. I don't know. 1959. Oh, we already have a White Sox team. Oh, we can do 59 Dodgers. So how would you feel as a Dodgers fan, right? So the Brooklyn Dodgers, right? They're in Brooklyn forever and ever, and they win one World Series, move away, and then in 1957, and they're only 2 years in LA, and they win a World Championship. That had to chap some asses, man.
Yeah.
God, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, where are you guys? There you are, LA Dodgers. So this is simple. In fact, so this is a nice way to do it. And let's put in the 1934 Cardinals. There we go. Now we go to the next step. We can have minor leagues. I would say for a team, don't even mess around with minor leagues in this. Just play next step and pick the teams you want. Now, okay, so standard settings. This is kind of fun. So I have these teams from all eras of baseball, and I can set these to whatever settings I want. And you can do that also with a Bats or McGreevy. Yes, you could, Ken. You could easily create a 19. I wish I would have seen you ask that. Yes, it will be. These will be real players. I'll show you. So let's pick. Let's pick 1930 just because everybody seems to like offense. All right. And so just like in Action PC, you can do the same thing here. And in Digital Diamond, I should add to be fair. Okay. Automatically adjust league when advancing to year. I always check that. Don't know why. If you're going to play a thing like a McGreevy League or something, you got to do hold inaugural fantasy draft. Okay. You have to do that. But for this type of league, if you want these teams, do not check this. Because if you do, everybody's going to go into a draft pool. And then you've done all that work for nothing. Okay? So let's go to next step. Again, changing up. And again, this is still showing the depth. I can't do any of this in Baseball Mogul. And so I'm still trying to find what Clay thinks sucks about this. I don't use FaceGen, so boom, there we go.
Where has he been talking like this? Has he been talking on the forum?
Facebook.
Park, yeah, Facebook mostly. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, I found the post that I don't know Legend's name, but I think I found his post, so I think I know his name now too. So I'm learning everybody's name today.
Cool. I would if you copy that into you for Legends. I was gonna say if you found one of Clay's, if you could.
That's what it was.
I would read that out of Discord if you want to put it in there.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
It really isn't much. I mean, let me see. I'll show it to you.
All right.
I can't show it to you. But...
We're almost ready to go here. Oh, we are going to play in commissioner mode, and we can't be fired. There we go. All right. Now, once you've gone this far, guys, if you want to really get deep with this, okay, you're going to have to change logos. So these are real players, but because the game is looking at this as fictional, you're going to have to do some changing around, but that's no big deal. That is no big deal. All right, and you're not done yet. If you want to go further, go to game settings. All right, and this is where you set up everything. If you want to have those, you want to have replays of games and stuff like that. So I always do. These are my settings: daily, save box scores for all major leagues, generate league caps, all leagues. So basically anything that says saving things or whatever, just put all. It doesn't take up that much space. It really, really doesn't. Okay. So once you have that all set, you have these global actions, but don't mess with them. You don't have to. This is ready to go. All right. So quick way to look at, you can go to standings and start clicking on teams. So Ken was talking about real rosters. Here's the 1934 Cardinals. Let's look at their lineups. There's Pepper Martin, Frankie Frisch, Joe Medwick, Ripper Collins, Spud Davis, Jack Rothrock, Kiddo Davis, Leo DeRocher, and then everybody else on the 1934 Cardinals. D. Scott Howard is a Dodgers fan. There's the 1951 or 1959 Dodgers. Gilliam Neal, Moon, Snyder, Larker, Fairleigh Wills, Roseboro. They're all here. Everybody is here. The Reading Rifle is here. Jamie asked, if you do not have a draft and minor league affiliations, where would your new players come from? Say you wanted to model the 1890s. That is a good question because there were no affiliated minor leagues in the 1890s. I've never tried that, Jamie, and I'll tell you what, I'm not going to try to give you an answer when I don't know it. I'll research it, though, and I will have an answer for you. Is that fair? Because I mean, if you don't know the answer to the question, better to just say I'll look because I do not know. And other things, guys, I've gone through how to customize, but we'll just show you just on one thing that you can't do. Again, even this basic in Sports Mobile, modifying team colors, logos, and textures. So I'm gonna click this button, and thanks to this guy named
I
Mike
love
Silva.
this.
Thanks to this guy named Mike Silva, I can just go down here and find what year did we pick for the Red Sox? 67, right? I think it was. I don't remember. Does it matter?
Did Mike do this?
Yeah.
No, well, I didn't do the number. See, the numbers there are wrong, right? The numbers and name. You can take those off though. You can
take
Right.
those
uncheck
off.
No,
those.
no, no. But I mean, all these. He's asking like all these
Oh,
uniforms.
Yeah.
Yes, this is the uniform mod.
Oh, Mike, I bow
This
down.
is it.
I
This
really
is the
do.
one that nobody talks
I
about.
did a
I
lot.
love this. I did
Yeah.
this on this version more than any. The caps. I think it's a Red
Yeah.
Sox
There
cap.
you
Sometimes
go.
I can't change the caps, but I love this.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I probably
I had
did
some.
use this
Yeah.
in the old days, but now it comes default in the
Yep.
game. I used to have to download them. That's right.
Yep.
I have. Yeah. I did have a little help with these. A few other people uses on the forums. Did a lot of one guy did a lot of the dead ball era uniforms, and I did pretty much from like the 1930s on all the way up to current.
Right.
So
So you can get as deep as you want into this, and
I love this part of it.
MV has a great. He did a great stream on this where he's doing all
Months ago.
these things.
do you have the XML file? Do you have the
Right here
XML files?
you can import them. I think do I have them? Where are they in here?
They would be under colors, the colors directory. Just if you try to just
There
click
they
on
are.
that.
Oh, there they are.
Oh.
Okay, so where are those?
Yeah,
Red
I'd
Sox?
love to do it.
Boing.
Yeah, because I mess
I
around
don't know
with
if
the jersey
I don't
font.
know if it's gonna work because of the year that you select. Oh, maybe it might. Let's see what
Yeah.
happens. I never.
Yeah. I mean,
So that's
I must. Oh, I picked the
1912.
1912 Red Sox. That's why. That's why.
yeah. So if you select whatever team on the drop down, maybe I don't know if it'll do the right year or not. But
It
what,
doesn't
what,
from my
what,
memory.
what other team do you have on the drop down there? I
Let's
forget what
try
teams
the
you picked.
let's try the 1917 White Sox. Okay.
It should do it from my memory.
I do the 59 Dodgers though because that's okay because it's something that you would see the difference. Okay, we'll do
yeah,
it.
we can do that. There.
But
Look,
either do whatever. I mean,
there's the Sox logo. Awesome. Now over here again, you have to select this. So the XML files, you automatically get this good stuff here from Mike, and then from over here, I can just select, and then we'll do the
Just
Dodgers next.
try auto load. Does auto load work for
Yeah,
the
I do
logos?
it a different way, but it's still the same
Try to
thing.
do auto load. Does that
Yeah,
work?
I usually do select, but let's try auto load. So
I don't know
yeah,
if that
see,
works or not.
no, it doesn't.
Oh, it doesn't.
So
Okay.
yes, you have to select, but no big deal. Again, I like it myself. I like going through here because you
I
did
love
such
this.
a splendid job,
I spent hours just doing this,
right?
just looking through every team I could load up.
Oh yeah, it's
Once my league's
amazing.
loaded, I go for every single one before I play a game.
It's
They have to have the
amazing.
right caps, everything. This is
There
amazing.
you go. There you go. And
If you,
there's the
yeah, and
there's
if
the
you
purple colors down here. I mean, so you said the Dodgers, the Dodgers.
yeah, try the Dodgers. Do the select uniform because some of if you use the I wonder if the
Yeah,
some
it does do it. It does do it. I've done it many times where you
Did you? Where
go a
did you
bit
go to
up. Yeah,
Jersey? Did you go to Jersey?
just
An
just
auto
a little
load?
bit above where the red font is. On the keep going up above where it says use high socks.
Okay, yeah, where it says select uniform
Up a
home and
bit more
away.
further. Up,
Yeah, I'm on
oh,
1959
no,
Dodgers.
left, down.
click. Oh, okay,
There.
so
You just went over it. There you are. Home and away. You can do the home and away colors
Oh,
on
right,
that,
right, right,
and
right,
then
right, right, right. Yeah, 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 yeah.
all right, so do the import of the XML. Sorry, it's a little slow. It's a little behind on the
Yeah,
lag.
yeah,
But,
yeah. So
let's do
let's
the
go.
import because if you and it also like my uniform mod, if the team had an alternate jersey, they usually have them on there too as well. If you import the XML, should have the alternate jerseys as well.
Right. Let me go back to logos and do that because it's still showing green ball caps and stuff.
Oh,
So the Dodgers, of course, having to be a pain in the ass.
interesting. So it didn't import that one. Huh?
Yeah, it did the others. But nonetheless, you can
Oh,
go ahead.
is it Brooklyn? It's Brooklyn Dodgers, isn't it?
Yeah,
To
so
the
for the
Yeah,
break.
Dodgers, but they yeah, but
52 would be.
Oh,
oh
it's the
yeah,
59. Oh no, sorry. Okay.
yeah, it is Los Angeles. Yeah, and I mean the Dodgers never wore green, so but again, guys, it's easy
No, I
enough
know that.
to go in. Oh no, I know you know that. Just go in and just you can manually select everything you want.
That's weird. It didn't work.
But again, it's how Clay. If it sucks, tell me why. What is this? 1959.
He must have been drinking that day because I can't see how Clay could not see this.
Well, I know Legends, and I hope he's okay with me because he said this in his or wrote this in the broadcast that he's called him out like every time. There we go.
What Legends is called Clay up?
Yes.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
believe that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me see if we try to auto load. No, it's yeah. Whatever. But again, you can select from here or whatever. So ball caps again has this whole directory, its whole damn directory. Mike, so come on, guys, you guys love Mike for the stadium mod, but and this is like just as insane.
I like them both.
Yeah,
I just
right.
think it's just added so much immersion to the game.
It really
And then,
does.
I think Marcus added in the high socks option this year,
Oh
and the
yeah,
shoe
yeah.
colors and the back colors. Oh,
Oh
good
yeah.
heaven!
So now we're starting to look more like Dodgers now, except for the yellow, yellow. But I'm not going to go into all that. So there's that. There's that. Right, and get as deep as you want, and have fun with it. But we're just going to click OK, and of course you guys already know how to do ballparks. But look, there's the Red Sox now with proper colors, proper logo, and you can just go and do it and have fun and play. So, Jamie says he uses Mike uses your stadiums in Action PC as well.
Yeah, I have to be. I'm guilty as charged on that one too.
D Scott
Although
says
there's
Mike
no
is our
commission
hero.
fee.
You're the hero here, man. This is going to be the Mike Eternally channel. I'm going to
And
change
am I
it.
right in saying, Mike, the stadiums you created over the years, you evolved your process because I'm sure they're better than they used to be.
Oh yeah, of
Yeah.
course. I mean, I didn't know anything about how to do it. I didn't know anything about SketchUp when I first started. So of course, the more I did, the more I learned, and the better my
They're pretty
technique
good.
became. So I mean, definitely, I think I told Beatles this too. Is
Hmm.
when I must have gone over and redid my earlier stadiums at least, all the stadiums probably at least two or three times probably. Most of
Yeah.
them just even some of them, most of them from scratch. I just rebuilt them just because I learned better
That
techniques.
must have took hours and
Oh
hours and
yeah,
hours.
believe me, yeah,
Well,
it
well,
has. It
Mike.
did.
So Mike forgot that he had these on YouTube. But
Oh
if
yeah,
you search his name and watch, I think there's like 4 or 5 videos or something like
yeah.
that. Watch
From
the
one park, I
process.
did. Yeah, I,
Oh my
I
God.
started. I documented how to from the my every step. You know,
Wow.
from the beginning. I think it took 4 videos, 3 or 4 videos, all the way from like taken from the diagram on SketchUp to all the way to the end to put my
Wow.
technique.
What's
Jamie
your
has.
favorite creation stadium? Sorry, go ahead, Beatles.
I was just gonna say,
I
Jamie
don't
has a
know.
question for you, Mike. He says he wonders, and I know it varies, but do you have like an average? He was asking how long it took those parks. He says he was
I never
wondering
really,
how long they take to do.
never timed it really. Honestly, I would spend an hour here, an hour there.
Right.
I would say, I don't know, if I did something like, I don't know, like Crosley Field, that would take, it could take about, I would say 3 or 4 hours maybe,
Yeah.
at
Wow.
least. No, maybe more, probably more. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
because what happens is I would get bogged down into some of the little minutia details that you might not even see in the game. Like I might be doing some kind of archways or something. I might, depending on the stadium or what mood I was in, I
Mm-hmm.
would just do some things like a lot of times I would even just work on like the outside of the park in some parks and just even though you
Mm.
would never see it in the game, it's more of like I kind of treat it as an overall model for my. I like to just look. Sometimes I just open one up and just look around and just
And
it's pretty cool.
Right.
I like it.
and
Yeah.
remember this, guys. I think this is really important to bear in mind. When you watch those videos, Mike is starting with a 2D image.
Mm.
Yeah.
Everything going from the 2D image, and he's showing you as he's moving around in SketchUp and all these different layers. So it's not just plunk down like I have a field and I'm just going to build stands around them. It's far more involved,
Mm.
and I know that everybody enjoys these ballparks, but when you actually see what he's done how
Yeah.
he's done it. It's just incredible. In fact, they are so good that it was a couple years ago. People were asking the developers, Marcus and Matt and company, like, "Well, are you guys going to start doing the old ballparks?" And
Yeah, I remember
they
that.
said, "We don't need to. Mike's done
Yeah,
such a
yeah.
great job." I mean,
Still that.
that's high praise. Again, for these developers that have gone out and created this amazing baseball sim with the major league license, and they're like, "Well, no, we don't need to." They basically said we don't have to
Yeah,
do
I
it. They're
remember that.
there.
Yeah.
Go, yeah. Um,
Oh, yeah.
so while we're talking about, I know Mike, everybody knows them, but there they are. There's Fenway, and we'll bring up the 3D model. So there's much more I can show, but I think we've made our point that Clay's just the alleged Clay's
I mean,
are
look at that. That's
wacko.
crazy.
It is.
That's
It's
crazy.
amazing.
Life boy. Look at that. Look at that.
Um,
Calvert.
That
and
was just taking him. Yeah, I mean, I scoured the internet for like, it's actually there was a few people that provided me some like really old like ads which I used. But yeah, I mean, this is basically what I would like to do. What I usually do is I'd start with the earliest version of a park, and then I would just kind of almost like in real life, just keep building, adding on to that model and creating a new model for a different year, different set of time period. It was kind of cool. I
and
kind of look at it as like, oh, I'm actually, expanding the park, or like just like they did. So it's kind of cool.
and
Um,
don't forget another important thing, guys, that everybody forgets is our park factors. They're here for all
yeah,
of the ballparks, all of them. So
I don't even, yeah, the park factors I kind of got from.
were
I
they
don't
from?
even remember how I
Is that
got those.
Seamheads or is
Well,
that Seamheads? Is
someone
that what
else
they use
actually helped me with. Someone else helped with that.
with the Paul with Paul?
Um, Because
And
the factors that are used, the factors that are there, actually, if you're playing a historical seasons
they're
in
there,
the game, no, but no, actually, it doesn't even use the ones that are in the park there. It uses the one. There's a file, an error ballparks file. It's
right?
called errorballparks.txt, and it's in the directory.
Hmm.
And that actually has that has way more information. And I think what it does is when you go from season to season, it imports it from that. It imports the factors from that text file, which are actually much more accurate than the ones that are in that.
You can put the
Or
camera
if you
angles in Mike as
or if
well.
you really want to go crazy, you can randomize park factors for each ballpark.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's right here. I mean, when you're stream, you'll see it. I've got my mouse over it, so I could click this button and it's going to randomize Fenway Park's park factors. So that's cool. That's
Did,
yeah. It's
Mike?
just
Did you put
it's
the
awesome.
camera angles in?
Oh yeah,
No,
I did. Well,
yeah. Well,
I did some of them, but there was
right.
another user, this guy named Darkside on the forum. He actually sent me about
Yeah.
some of the TV camera angles, which I really love, like the behind the pitcher
Mm.
view and
Yeah.
the low batter view. Those, he sent me those. He actually did those ones. I can't take credit
Cool.
for those, but I did a lot of those angles there.
And the
Um,
other thing too is that these parks are geo-referenced, and that might not sound like much, but it actually is. So to scale, Fenway Park is actually to
yeah,
scale. Everything is to scale. These are real distances, real Earth
yeah,
distances. So
but
that's
yeah.
you see it show in Google Earth. This is this is ballpark's
Oh, is that
geo-referenced.
right? Well, what
Yep.
I did was on the model, on the when I create my model and I showed in my video, I just basically used the ruler from I take a known distance like home plate to the foul line, I mean
Mm-hmm.
to the wall and the foul line, which is like say 315 at the wall. And I would just say, okay, I draw a line, say this is 315, and then you scale the image to that, and then so basically you're using real life distances, right? So everything you work on is from that point on. Um, Oh, you know what else to do? Show the thing with the there's a checkbox for the fence posts. That's a funny story.
Oh yeah, I never
So
use that. So where is
oh, you
that?
don't have to, right?
Oh no no no, I never do. But I
The
know some
thing,
people do.
where is it?
Yeah,
Scroll
I
up
know. Where
maybe.
is it? Right.
Oh yeah, so show grid and fence. It's right kind of at the bottom
There it
bottom.
is. Boink.
So click that, and then so just think about this. When I create a model, like I go into the game and I actually have to set all those posts and all the height walls. I did all that. So I for every park, so it's a lot more work. It's not just the model. It's like actually setting all that stuff, getting the images for the 2D images, and there's a lot of my process is a pretty long period of time. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
so that's a lot of stuff. Believe me, be thankful that you don't have to do that when you said.
But hey,
That's good.
Mike, let me ask you a question.
Mm.
Can you do this in baseball mobile?
No.
Exactly.
And the other thing
Exactly.
was, yeah, the other thing, which is a big pain, people find a pain in the butt, is like, like certain stadiums, like I think LA Coliseum, where it's really
Mm.
short. The outfield will be behind the wall. There's nothing you can really do about it because that you can only you can't move the fielders on that grid. You can only move the wall thing. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, but see that right now that's kind of like, yeah. See, that's the whole. If you look at that whole thing, that you can see like the
Wow.
buildings and the just how I just kind of plopped the stadium in the middle of this. Have the backgrounds. It's yeah, interesting.
Oh yeah. I mean, these are astounding. They're just
But that's
absolutely.
not like my favorite one. Like, I've actually done, some parks are like way more intricate than that, but
Do you
I've got
want
a
to?
question
Do
for
you
you,
want to
Mike.
have?
Last one.
Do you want to have your weather as Anchorage, Alaska, at Fenway Park? You can do it.
you
I
can do
mean,
that.
that's what I'm saying. This game is sick. It's sick.
Oh yeah.
It is sick, yeah.
It's just
But you,
absolutely
but
sick.
you, but you turned me away from it to action, so I blame
Dude,
you
I did
because
not. Did I ever once say to you, dude, don't play out of the park baseball? Never.
no, but
Never.
you encouraged me to play action, so
Well, yeah.
I've never gone back.
It's a great game too.
No,
By the way,
no. Hey, I was
yeah,
playing Action PC yesterday. I was playing it.
I love action
Yeah.
they're
with
both
Mike's photos in it.
they're both great games. Then
Great.
I would say the other two you should have. But then again, now everybody's gonna have their own opinion. For me, the other two are Baseball for Windows and Diamond Mind, because again, freedom
Yeah.
and stuff like freedom. But
I've got one question for Mike. Just one question before I
uh,
go.
yeah,
So, did you create any famous minor league stadiums and historical or current and
Yeah.
Negro League stadiums? You did.
Well, I mean, I didn't set out to do. I did Rick Wood Field, which is a Negro. I think that was a Negro League stadium. That's still actually
Wow.
around, I believe. No, I've done a whole bunch. I mean, I have a whole section on the OTP forums, like
I better
just
go and look at the forums then.
I have
Yeah.
fictional. I started out creating fictional ones, so I created a bunch just fictional for my fictional league. Then I started doing historical ones. I actually did the one in Buffalo War Memorial Stadium,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
where they filmed. It's the one they use where they filmed The Natural. I actually did that
Wow.
one.
hmm
Um, I did a whole bunch. Yeah, there's a whole. I did.
Cool.
There's one in New Jersey. I did. I can't remember the name of it. Roosevelt Field, maybe. I think that.
I bet you haven't done Wembley Stadium
No,
where
I
they
haven't.
play. That would be great.
No, I also
that's
did.
where that's where
I
Major
did
League
all
took
the
place.
Nippon.
Yeah.
I did all the Japan. I did the whole Nippon League stadiums. I did all of those.
Wow.
I did Tokyo Dome. I did all those. I don't know why I did them. I was just kind of looking for something to do, and I did like all those. That was pretty cool to do because I didn't know anything about those. So
You can also right here. Here's something that a lot of people don't mess with is find a player. So if you have a big league like the Castro McGregor
oh
league that
yeah,
we have, how you all the filters that you can search, like, just you can search by how they throw, from their geographic area. From it's this.
Wow.
So again,
yeah.
still trying to find out why he thinks the game sucks.
I've got to see this article
You know
because
what?
it's
It's pretty cool too, Beatles. I don't know if you even know this, but you can actually go to. Well, you used to be able to. I don't know if you still can, but you can go to. I don't know if it's on the game menu in the world. You can view the world or whatever. You can actually have it open up Google Earth if you have Google Earth, and it'll plot out all the locations of the players where they were born.
I know, it's like, Marcus, what the hell?
Go to is it Explore World? I think. Yeah, yeah.
I am on Explore World right now.
All right, so pick a league. Like pick a league. Okay, there you go. Oh, right here. See the menu, the drop down menu on the right. View in Google Earth. It says.
Yeah, there we go. Teams of active league.
Yeah.
Um,
and it's oh yeah,
I
view in
wait,
Google
yeah, it's
Earth.
installed. It's installed. It's firing up on the other screen. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
refresh it.
It might give you an error. It's going to give you that, but hit OK. It will still open up. If you hit
Yeah,
OK.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And now we're
Oh,
flying
you're not
in.
sharing it though. Is
I
that what
will
it
be
is?
in a second.
Oh,
You guys are gonna love this.
it's pretty funny.
This is so
It's like
freaking
one of those
cool.
hidden. It's a little hidden gems
Check
that
it
it
out,
does.
guys. There we go.
I never knew
Let's move
this.
in. Look,
Uh,
there's the Bucks. There's Cleveland. There's the
can't. I
Cubbies.
can't see it. I can only see the. This.
It'll come up in a
I can only
second
see.
for you. I
Okay.
hope. I hope. Oh, you
Nice.
know why? Because Out of the Park. Hang on a second. I'm going to minimize Out of the Park. You know,
Yes, that's what it was.
Out of the Park doesn't play well with friends. Sometimes should warn you about that. Oh, come
It's a
on.
great game.
I wish I want you guys to see this so badly, and it's not coming up. Shit. It looks cool. It looks so cool. All right, so we're done with this anyhow. So what I'm going to do is stop Out of the Park baseball. Yes, confirm. Not that I'm going to do anything with those teams or that league. So I'm just waiting for Out of the Park to stop.
I'm
Okay.
gonna have to fire up my old out of the park leagues now. Seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, you will. Oh, damn it. It shut down Google Earth. Oh, because it'll
Oh,
put
it's,
Google Earth between it. So we'll end it with just the blank. Oh, no, I'm going to torture you guys just one more time here. With a game that I think is still better, and hold your ears, that I think is still better than Baseball Mogul as well. And again, sorry for the music.
it's
Guys
baseball
in
for
the chat.
Windows.
No, Dombrov.
Oh, Dom Prof. I didn't even know, I never even
No,
heard of this game until I saw you do it once. I was like,
Yeah.
no.
So the older version looks nicer. But here's the thing. Again, about freedom. All right, this is a $13 game.
that's impressionism right there.
That is impressive.
Yeah,
You know what? Here, okay. So you see this. You see the splash screen. I think you agree that the older version looked better. So
this does not look nice.
really,
It's like
there, everybody just had a heart. Now, see, that looks nicer. Anyhow, look, it's a $13 game, and it does way, way, way more. And you can play this as a cards and dice game, by the way, too.
you can.
Yep, yes, you can. Let's
Is
go
this
back
a
to the
new
game.
version of it, Beatles?
I'm bringing
Is
up a
this a
new
new?
version of it again, just like yesterday's lunch.
Right.
Da-da-da. Okay, so you can set active season, and I don't have a lot of seasons on here. They're all free, by the way. Unfortunately, I did not download 19, but you can from within game you can get whatever seasons you want. So let's just go to 1991 because we pirates were okay in 1991. So when you play a game, if we do an exhibition game, we can just pick two, and we'll play well, we're not going to play it, Giants and Pirates, because I love you guys too much to actually put you through this. This game's fun to play offline, but to play this game and try to broadcast it, forget it.
Is it on Steam, Beatles?
This no, you just buy it from Richard Dombrov
Oh,
directly.
okay.
Yeah. So play game Giants and Pirates. Okay. Sorry for the doleful national anthem. You two can't hear it, but it's really doleful. Please stop now, Richard. There. So basically, what this game is this is a digital version of Sports Illustrated Baseball on steroids. It does a lot more. The only thing the other thing that's really bad about this is of course if you're colorblind you're screwed because if you're
Right.
green red colorblind forget it, you can't play this game. But my point is you can do this. So I can look at all the charts for the batters. Oh my god, that hurts my eyes. But all their
Mm.
charts, everything like that, they're right. So charts, probability.
Oh,
I can choose how I want. Look, the player cards look really nice. Here they are.
Gee,
There they are. Real
nice.
nice. So there's some nice
hmm.
things about this game. But my point is here's a $13 game that I would that you know what, maybe I should have compared this, but he always picks an out of the park baseball. So okay. Let's do you can export, by the way, these cards and everything into Excel. Nice touch.
So is this the cards and dice thing you're talking about?
You
Okay.
can play this as a cards and dice game or as a straight digital game if you want.
Okay.
All right. So if I go to settings, all right. So again, one of my knocks in this game, and I've told Richard you need to change the font size, and he hasn't heard from me for a
Yeah.
while. I don't know if he's well or not. I don't want to be nasty. So your gameplay modes are baseball sim. All right. You can do team charts, player cards. So let's do player cards. And dice roll sounds. You can do manual dice rolls. So we're going to click manual dice roll. We're going to click save, and this uses the same dice system as Sports Illustrated Baseball. And the rules are really easy to find online for this thing. So I can actually have it roll the dice, and it will look up on the player's card what the play will be,
Oh,
which is
cool.
pretty nice. Yeah.
I like that.
I think it has potential to be a pretty good baseball game, but again, I've said, look, I've talked to guys in my community. These guys are hardcore baseball simmers, and I said straight up, I said, Richard, and once they saw the game, they kind of said, meh, because and he's like, well, some people were just resistant to change, and I said, no, people can't read the menus, people can't
Yeah.
see, right, the impressionist thing, it doesn't work, but yeah, whatever.
Oh, does he do this every? Does he update it every year?
He has an update. He did a spate of updates last year. We were in communication this year, but then somebody told me he is ill or something, and so that's what
Oh,
I think the game has potential. I bought this for $13, and when he did this complete overhaul, it was free to existing owners, completely free. There's a pretty good Delphi community for this game. He's a lone developer, but I applaud him for taking Sports Illustrated baseball and tarting it up. I can again do a lot of the things I can do in out of the park baseball. I can set up teams from different eras. I can draft players, set up fantasy league, all kinds of stuff with this game. So while it's true the Clay might have a bit more to say about this game, I still I think he's just, you know what? I wish somebody would call him out and say, all right, Clay, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. We'll give you 2 years. Show us, bring out something better than out of the park baseball.
Yep.
How are you going to do it? The only thing you can possibly do is MLB the Show graphics, and an Ernie Harwell announcer and everything in sync.
Yeah.
And then out of the park baseball is the ultimate baseball sim. Nothing could touch it then.
no,
Yeah.
no, it's like Football Manager. It's blown away the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
Jamie says there was a game in the early 2000s. I think it might be around SBS Baseball. Yep, I have it. I
I
have it.
remember that.
Jamie,
Mm.
I'm such a baseball junkie. I have it. Do you guys want to see it real quickly? It's
Yeah, I don't mind.
really weird, but it's really good. It's actually really good. Um, Pardon my mess. I always say this to you guys, so you know what? Screw off, man. I don't care if you like my messy desktop or not. All right, say goodbye to Benny Koff. He's out of here. All
Yeah,
right.
by the way, that was good on Benny Kauff, though. Thanks for that. That
Thank
was
you,
really
man.
good.
All right, so this is called Strategic Baseball Simulator,
Yeah, I
and
remember having this.
and it's still out there. It's available, so you can
No, it was
play
free
as.
at the time.
It's still free, and
Yeah,
it's got a huge team library. There's like
I
a
remember.
crap tons. So if we go here to like just single, just right here. So we're gonna make a selection. How the hell this thing gets? Oh, you have to hit the enter key. Duh. All right. So then there's these statistics files. You have to go through all of this stuff. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna just hit no, and enter. Oh my God.
Looks like I'm creating a DOS boot disk or something.
Oh, there we go. So this is pretty crazy. Look at there's like a huge team library in this thing. And if I go to my SBS directory, I'll find even more. So, but I can play, let's see, I don't know who I'm picking here.
The
Whatever.
auto exec match file and
So,
config.sys on there. What?
yeah, pretty much. That's how old this game is. So here's the 1971
Sure, wow.
Pirates against, I don't like the Houston Astros. So against I don't want another Pirates team. Damn it, here St. Louis. The 2000 something St. Louis team. Okay, so got that. Now what do? Do I go enter? I forget how to do this. Holy shit! Because there is a baseball game here, guys. I swear to God. Okay,
How
so I
late?
click.
How current are these teams? How current is this game?
Well, I haven't. I
See,
haven't looked.
2011. Is that the latest? Is that the latest?
Well, let's see. Let's just go. I forget how to get out of here, so we're just gonna close it. This is so DOS. It is so DOS, but it's fun. All right, I'm gonna have to do it the old brute force way. Boom. Let's look on the website because that's how we roll. By the way, I'm using Brave browser, which everybody should love and use. Hey, look, I'm on. Anyhow, who cares? All right. So, strategic baseball simulator. Right.
Mhm.
And this thing's been free for like eons. One dude. One dude.
Oh,
So there it is. Hopefully it will come up here for you guys in a second. It has a lot of team libraries. It has a team creator. Um, so there's let me make the font size a little bigger there for everybody. So you have it seems like, oh geez, there's only like these what 6 or 7 seasons. No, there's way more. So you can
Okay.
go to like not this one. Is it the one you have to download? Yeah, Brian Bowman. It's an old compilation of leagues and teams with several sources. It's one large download, and it is. It's a big download. The old of just tons of teams for this game. It's crazy. Here's another one. Um, there's major league seasons here. There, you guys, you want seasons? You got seasons, and it's all free. Back to 1872. Um, and it's really a fun game. You just got to get around the DOS interface and stuff.
John Highland. That sounds like a familiar name.
Yeah, it does to me
I don't
too.
know where it feels. It seems like it's.
but the old timers in there as
Yeah,
well.
lots of there's lot. Jamie says, and he's right. There's lots of minor leagues in here as well.
Mm.
There we go. Look at that.
I might have to give this another bash. It's been years since I've looked at it, but I do remember a long time ago using this.
Oh yeah, this has a this thing has a passionate following, and if you download Brian Bowman's this one here, this library, I should actually just download it and open the zip for you guys to see how many teams are on here. It's insane. This thing also has things where you can create players. It will card entire teams for you and stuff like that. It's really really good. So it's been at version 4.93 for quite a while. But right there, you get a nice view of there's Wrigley. It has tons of ballparks as well, accurate lineups, the whole thing. It's a really good baseball simulator. Is it out of the park baseball? No. Or action? No. But it's good, and it would cost you nothing except downloading it. And come on, these days everybody has high speed internet, so yeah. Jamie, thanks for bringing this one up.
I like the names on the field. Looks like it's one of those things, one of those label things, the print that you used to be able to print out.
I like
Oh,
that kind of
yeah.
fun.
You remember how you used to have that little handheld thing, and it would just make the label.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yep.
The sticky thing. Yeah.
And one more for MV since he talked about it. It may crash MV, but we're gonna try. See if you
Okay.
remember this little blast from the past. It's coming. It's
You've
coming.
got a few of those.
It's theoretically coming. I
don't know.
think. There it is. It'll be up for you guys in like 2 minutes or something. I don't know. But when it comes
Look,
up
it's
to
your micro league baseball.
there. Oh, no, I showed my.
I have Micro League on my Commodore 64 emulator.
Oh, Pierce. See, I'd
There
love
it
to
is.
get this. I can't get it.
Pure Sim. Okay. Although you couldn't get this to work.
No, I couldn't get to work. I couldn't get mine to work. I couldn't get mine to go.
So
I couldn't get to download it. Operation Sports, I think I went to.
So this is interesting too, and I'm glad MV brought this up because this was another one of Out of the Park's competitors.
It was.
I remember. I never played it, but I remember a lot of being a big competitor.
All right,
And it had the potential to match it stride for stride. It was at one point. I thought, oh, it might take over, but it never did.
All right, let's pick a season. You guys cool with
Pretty good.
Let's say 1967, because we do have a Red Sox are in here.
Yeah, I actually, you know what though, I really have to drop. I have to hit the hay.
Okay, man, totally understand.
But it was a lot. It was a lot of fun as usual. I really appreciate you having me on.
Always.
So,
And
MV, it was nice to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice to talk to you, man. Nice to talk to you.
You know, reach out to me anytime if you have any questions about the game. You know,
Yeah,
Let's reach out and get you. Yeah, man, we got to reach out and get you.
I just subscribed to you. I don't know why it took me so long, but I just subscribed.
MV,
Thank you.
You got to get Mike on your
You're
channel
welcome.
too, man. I don't want to monopolize.
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
No, definitely.
MV, do you have a channel? I guess I don't have.
I do. It's it's an eclectic sort of a lot of sports are on there, but mostly baseball.
What's it called? How can I get it?
It's
Gee,
called
what is it called,
MV.
Beatles? I can't remember. MV, I think it's called.
No,
MV Gaming. MV Gaming. If you just click on my icon on the chat,
Oh yeah, okay.
it'll say go to channel and you'll get it straight away.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, I did some basketball earlier on.
If anybody's interested in getting Pure Sim Baseball, I will figure out a way to get it to you.
Yeah, Beatles, I hand up already. Yeah.
What is this driving thing? You using bus driver simulator or something? What is that?
No, that's not me. That can't be me. Buster, that must be
Oh no,
Sticky.
what is this? It's in German.
Oh,
Is that yours? No.
no, it can't be mine because
Oh
Bus
no,
Driver Simulator?
this
No.
MV Gaming. This is a German. It's a
Oh,
German.
right, no.
So
If you
the
got
way to
my
find
icon,
I got the
the way to
wrong one.
find him, Mikey, the way I do it, Mike, is just type MV like action or MV act. That's good enough because he does a lot of action PC.
yeah,
So
I can put it in the chat
This is
actually.
a family-friendly site, right?
It's yeah. apart
MV.
from with clues in the chat
All
or
right,
online.
right now,
MV.
Pure Sim is populating the 1967 rosters.
Okay,
So it treats everything like a draft, but the players are actually going on their proper teams.
I'll
And I
put it in the
forget.
chat, Mike.
I think this goes back to 1901 as well.
That's cool.
It is. It's really a nice game. Except for
Yeah,
the
I love when you do
ballparks.
these
Oh my
broadcasts.
god,
Let me just
ballparks are
send
horrible.
this over.
Yeah. So it's ready to go. So if we go to the Red Sox, so we can do all kinds of things here. We can look at. My God, where's
There we
the?
go.
Yeah, there we go.
MV.
There's
Oh,
the.
wow, amazing.
There's a
I'll just
graphical
put it in the
roster
chat. Yeah,
view. So and everything is clickable for this
cool.
as well.
Playing the Celtics. Nice.
And so you can yeah, so and then you just mouse over everybody and yeah, I mean Pure Sim's really nice. And guys, I don't know if it's the real one, but it might be. Sean Sullivan did leave a couple
That's
comments
it,
in a few
Sean.
videos, and he's the guy who because everybody's like whatever happened to Sean, whatever happened to Sean, and so there's like some rumbling rumors that he's working on a new baseball game. And there was like somebody
Yeah.
named Sean Sullivan that made a couple comments on here, and it wasn't even on videos where I was talking about him.
Mm.
And he was just saying, well, yeah, it's going to be nice to be back involved in this, things like that. That was it.
Nice.
I'm like, shit. And, with YouTube messaging, it's really hard. Mike, I don't want to keep you, man. So thank you.
No, it's okay. I really appreciate it, you guys. You guys, I could sit on here all night, So it's just like I gotta cut the cord at some point.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
I'm
man.
gonna go too because I've been up. It's now 7:40 in the morning in the UK.
Yeah.
Get some sleep, guys. I'm going to
All
go
right,
get some
guys.
sleep
Yeah,
here, too.
I'll leave it to it.
Have a
Beatles,
good
thanks
night,
for having me
boys.
back on as well. Appreciate that.
Oh, it's great to hear you again, MV. All right, guys. Good night.
Yeah, definitely. Take care, guys.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
All right.
I'll be listening in the chat, man. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. All right, guys. Well, again, there you go. So we have, I think I hope that we've shown that maybe Clay should just not be so like whatever. I don't know him personally. He's probably a nice guy. I do understand the fact that he wants to, you know, again, like this is his baby, or that was his baby, baseball mogul. But if anybody's interested, drop a note in Discord because I have to get some files to Aaron Reed, by the way, for a different game. But if anybody's interested in this, I will figure out a way to get this to you. It's too big to put on Discord. It's 500 megabytes. But I will figure out a way to do it. You're going to have to run it in compatibility mode because if I try to do a game, it's probably going to go. So um, that's pretty much it. So yeah, we just have 3 folks left, so we're going to take off. As MV says, he's in the chat. Go to sleep, MV. So thank you to MV, to SGJ Jamie, and again, do check out his work. It's fantastic. Aaron Reed, D. Scott Howard, Mike Silva, always gracious to be on here. I'm so glad that he likes to come on. Pib99, thank you, buddy. Paisan, molto grazie. Doug Hunt, Sakuni007, who was first here tonight. Cousin Ken Castro, Todd B. Legend Sports Universe. Check out what he's doing over there, guys. It's great stuff. You know it, and I know it. And I think we pretty much. Bernie Strom was in here, and so nice little active chat here. All right. Clay, yeah, he has been. That's actually his wife is actually. Anytime I've had problems with games in the past, she's always been, "Oh yeah, I've got this." So I forget her name, but I don't. I think Clay could have an excellent baseball game. Just make some changes, or bring season ticket, make it digital. Clay, there you go. Anyhow, guys, until the next time we meet, don't know when. Hopefully, I'll do some baseball tomorrow on Saturday in the daytime. And until then, see you guys around the batting cage. And thank you for hanging out for our baseball chinwag. This was a short one, only 2 hours and 35 minutes. All right, good night, everybody.